Hello everybody. We are going to be getting into some games very shortly. Now originally I was going to be streaming the Big Keeper, Keeper over Peak game, but Big have their own stream. So Mist have a stream going as well. So I figured that I would put a stream on for a team that maybe won't have the same level of coverage. And that means that everyone gets a little bit of the love. Ooh, sorry, everything's gone very fuzzy there. Let me see if I can fix this on the fly. Is that better or worse? Oh no, I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. Why is everything worse? You know what? That'll do. That'll do. Hello, everybody. Right. So today we're in for some more ESL Impact qualifiers. Likely to be following Peekaboo Needachance unless somebody is particularly passionate either way about a game. I'd really love it if Counter-Strike could respond, but it doesn't want to. What is going on here? I know. On that one. Ooh. I could just cut out most of it. It's still a little bit staticky, but that's partly because I've not got amazing lighting here. Wait, if I whack this up a little bit, is that? No, that's not better. That's not. It's fine. Life is good. We're here for some ESL Impact qualifiers. We're just waiting for the veto. But to be honest with you guys, if I switch this over, that's not what I asked. Why has that decided? Okay, it starts capture CS instead. There we go. Okay, and now I am nowhere to be seen. Ah, there we go. Right. Beautiful, perfect. That'll do. Cool. So we're gonna sit and watch the veto. I say we're gonna watch the veto. We're gonna see the veto has already done it. Then let me watch as it was being picked and banned. So Mirage, Dust 2, Inferno, a very default, very beige veto, all things considered. So we are going to game cam, which is gonna then freeze it. See. Don't worry about the fact that I have less than optimized settings. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. When we're able to get in game, I've got the HUD set up and working for today, which should be really nice and should be very fun. It's there. I want Expert Athena Cup 2 for cast. Oh, yes. Let me know. I would love to get involved. I'll load up my Twitter now. I have put a tweet out saying that we've switched up games. All right. Me when the HUD. What do you mean, me when the HUD? The HUD is now HUDing. The HUD is now HUDing. And I will prove it once we get into game. Okay, write a bit later. Thank you very much, it's Nappy. I would love to help out and be a part of that. Cool. Let me, for now, we'll go back to solo cam. Whoa, why is the music now playing? Music isn't on this seat. Okay, fine, I guess. What is going on with my OBS today? See, the HUD's not working. I'm leaning back and sipping water. My feels like a low-level migraine. That's not good, so rest up. I will be a soothing voice. We're gonna do some soothing, like, calm, zen. I've actually got a face mask to do at some point. During a game, I've got like a little vitamin E moisturizing face mask. So we could do some self-care and relaxation together in the stream. Do we have a game that it will let me spectate? Considering we're on Mirage, I should probably switch over to Mirage. Okay, there we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's registering my hair as green. Kind of. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, we've got to fix that. It's got worse. What? Oh my god, I've just fixed it. I've absolutely just fixed it perfectly. I just eyeballed that. Oh, quite happy with that. Okay, right. So we do, in fact, have a game, but I need to run the... False. So that you'll be able to hear in the background there, so that when people start killing and the mini maps aren't overlapping, I'm trying my best here. But what I can do is I can switch over to the game. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. HUD's working. I've got the boom whackers out and I've reinflated them. So these are ready to go. There is only one series for EU today. So let me tab back in here. Made a good choice to watch this game. I think I did, Mr. Obvious. I think I've made an absolutely banging choice here. We've got some legacy players on both sides. So Elizabeth, Fatal have both been in the scene for a long time. We've seen them play on, I think it was K27 slash Dreamcatchers. Was it CS2 News Ladies? They've jumped around names a little bit, but Fatal Elizabeth, Russian players, they've been staples of the scene for the past couple of seasons and have really just been blowing me away individually. Versus Peekaboo, who is an absolutely nuts team of players that, if you've been around ESL Impact for any amount of time, you will know and love. You've got KitKat, who was on, I believe KitKat was on Astralis FE for a while. You've got Hikomi, Letty, Julie. Immaculate team here. Best viewers on stream. Unfortunately, just another guy. I have the best viewers here already. So, sucks to suck. But it's fine. All you're doing is boosting my engagement on my Twitch. You know, thank you. Just another guy. Knife round is going to be very run-of-the-mill. Let me, spectate auto-director. And if it gets really bad, we'll figure out how to do this. Vamos Peekaboo. Vamos Peekaboo indeed. This is a team that's looking very strong. And they've actually got a very nice side of the bracket to try make this run to ESL Impact. Only 2 more series stand in their way. So if they win this, there's only 1 more series. I will have a look at who it's against. But, sorry, I'll be laggy for a second. They win this. They need to win versus the winner of Remix versus DesperateGirls. Both of whom are... teams I don't necessarily expect to maybe put up a huge fight. This is the more difficult game for them today. This is a brutal game, and both of these teams I expect to make ESL Impact. One of them, unfortunately, will just have to do it through the second open qualifier. Seems good to go through, yeah. If they can get through this matchup, it is smooth sailing for them. They should be more than okay. It's just this first matchup that they need to get through. But I believe, I have faith. I have a lot of faith. Need a chance. Need a chance. They do need a chance. And they have a very good chance. They've got a really legacy team here. Is the auto-director actually going to auto-direct? Yes. Okay. Woo. All right. Julie, lovely opening pick. Okay, it's not showing me the death notices. Draw. Death. Cool. That should give us kill feed now, hopefully. Would be very useful. No, okay, it's not going to give us kill feed. Thank you so much. I'm going to fix that between rounds. But you can see, anyway, you can see on the HUD that it's looking pretty good. Ooh, Letty, Goosh in the midst of all of this. Julie finds the pick there. Is still dancing around the boxes and jumps out. Good for another one. And Lexagrine, please give me kill feed. Is that going to work now? That better work now. I'll be very upset if it doesn't. I'll have to hand draw on the scoreboard as we go. Okay. Pistol round goes to the side of... Peekaboo, sorry. I completely blanked on a second on which team was which. My bad. Peekaboo says it on the screen. Okay. Los Sharkies 5. Sharks? Shark? There's a couple of player names that have stumped me over this. The qualifier. There's a player that's called like look at ass or something, or looking at ass, or something about watching somebody's behind, and it's a distinguished name, distinguished from everything else in the tournament, but I kind of like it, and they are actually still in the running to qualify through to ESL Impact. That seems 50-50. It might end up being close, but you know what? I know it's a little bit late, but we're not particularly strict on it here. Let me put up a poll, so that people can use channel points and get channel points. There's not many fun ones in there right now. Hello there, Irish. There used to be, it did not go OT. We complete that from yesterday. It used to be that people could use channel points and make me drink a shot of an alcohol of their choice. I have packed all of my alcohol because I'm moving soon. It was All Eyes on Ass. That's the one. All Eyes on Ass. Which is kind of a banger name. Who will win? Need a chance or Peekaboo. And you know what? Screw it. 10-minute prediction. I'm not particularly pretty about it, you know. You get to win some Great British pounds. Whilst we have a second, might lag the stream for a sec. Do we have... Okay, so the side of Needachance have a coach called Rex. But Peekaboo currently aren't playing with a coach. I know that some of the players on their previous rosters last season had none other than actually Smooya coaching them for a while. Which was a crossover episode. Not upset about it. I was just taken a little bit off guard. It was not the name I expected when I was loading up all of my information sheets ready for the season. But kind of a banger. Yeah, this is a messy buy here. But I like it. You know, they're not going to be able to win this. Smooya only joined them for 1 or 2 games. So yeah, it was only a couple of games. And it's because he knew Letty. There was a whole lot behind the scenes that I am not privy to. It was only a couple of games, but he was listed as the coach for a while. And that was quite amusing. That was, you know, that was a little bit of a surprise. Pleasant one. Ooh, close range with the MP9. Why is it still not drawing death notices? Please draw death notices. Is that gonna do it now? Please do. I'd really like it. They will get a coach during the season as far as I know. Yeah, I'd imagine so. They're almost certainly going to qualify either through this qualifier or next. And I expect, and that gives them a really good like leg up as well. You're not like bringing on a coach and then like, oh, we might make impact, we might not. Once you make impact, there's a lot more opportunity and there's a lot more people actually willing to give you the time of day to properly coach you. There we go, we got the kill feed. Right. Okay. Nice pick there from Fatal at the end there, just to get this live. Why are we doing these shots? Why are we doing these shots? Auto Observer is getting us to watch Counter-Strike like it is Marvel Rivals. It's just third person now. Can I get first person, please? Okay. Finally, we've got full buy on both sides. Fatal back on the AWP. Nothing's changed there. She's been AWPing for a while now. I genuinely think she might have been AWPing the entire time she's been in the scene. Auto-Obs in CS2 is whack, to be fair. It is. I hate it. I might try and set up Lexagrind's... I think it's called Scout. It has like an AI observer. I've never tried it before, so I'm a bit worried, but... We might end up giving it a go because I'm sick of looking at players' feet. I feel weird. Everyone feels weird. Okay. I don't think it's auto-observing anymore. Okay, here we go. Leagy. Ah, that's a bit uncomfortable. Judy's got sight, though. 3 versus 2. They've managed to put the numbers in their favor. Bomb will go down uncontested. They've already taken the space towards Catwalk to play from. Even NexGen. Yeah, CS2 is... You really need a physical observer. Observer? I've got my own eyes. The minimap helps a little bit with this one. I can actually see a little bit better so I can not fat finger the wrong button. Yeah, realistically had to be a save here. They couldn't have gone back into that one. Got the Pepsi Max up. Okay. Lovely round. Fatal getting another one's very nice there, because it means only Letty survives. Money's really good on some of these players, but they've kept it as humble as possible in the rounds they've been having. Okay, I'm trying not to spill this Pepsi. That'd be the worst way to end the watch party, would be spilling Pepsi over all of my peripherals. Tag timeout. I like it being called here. They've lost their first proper gun round. It's going to leave them in a bit of financial difficulty after this round. And even then, they're not going to be able to buy a full util. Elizabeth will probably be on an MP9. Maybe a FAMAS. Oh no, going for the A4. This is really low on util though. I want to see either an early fight or something so passive from them here. Because they don't even have enough for a retake. So realistically, you don't want to fall off here. Let them take sight because you don't have enough to properly retake if you use anything at the start of the round here. So I'm thinking, just go ham, go for the kills. Go ugly early and just beeline for option objective 1, find kills. I think that's what they seem to be doing. They've got a lot of presence over towards ramp that they are just tunnel visioning on. Unfortunately, we have eyes in the sky and we can see that that's not exactly where they're headed. They've not got any information in mid, which is going to be their downfall here. Well, they've kind of got information by the fact that they haven't heard anything where they are stacked right now. So the lack of presence there is in and of itself something to work with. It's not much. The difficulty with Connector being smoked off is they can feed into Catwalk. It's a long rotate over here. They've got no eyes in ladder room or anything. Fatal, if you find something through the smoke, it'll be criminal. They've actually managed to do a good enough job over on the other side, though. Oh, what was that? Okay, nades go over. A little bit of chip damage. Thank you for the third-person view. I love this. Where's the gun? Screw, I'm doing this myself. Fatal, yeah, difficult situation here. Oh no, that missed shot is everything. Yeah, just gotta save her. Unfortunate, but Peekaboo absolutely raking in the rounds. We love that. Successful round. I never know when to get the boom whackers out, and you know, boom whacking on your own is a little bit of a sad and lonely activity. But they're ESL impact boom whackers. And I had to use them at some point, so I figured why not now? Good round to win, puts them on 5. They're forcing into this question mark. I don't know if I like this. I get the idea, but the issue that they're having is they're just allowing Peekaboo to keep this economy very nice for themselves. Gage. Hello there. Body goes over, mid-control established. Unfortunately, Naylor is better. Julie has managed to get a little bit of a timing to get into Connector here and can peek off of her teammate who unfortunately goes down in Palace, but acceptable casualty. And then yeah, there's nobody to check her. She can just keep pushing forward. It's only Leagy left. You kind of know where they have to be. Bomb gets collected. The reposition into connector I like. Julie's gonna have to be very careful because she probably... Oh, she has the right idea. Oh, and she's got the shot as well. Beautiful. Magnificent. It's difficult for Needachance. I like that they went for the mid control there, but that was... Sometimes it's a mechanics diff. Sometimes you peek mid and, you know, you are her. You get the kill on the player who's holding for you. That's unfortunate. Not really as much you can do there. The issue is when you lose your player guarding ramp and you've only got one player to try cover the whole of site, when they get distracted by garage, then, I mean, she could just walk up ramp and can deal with the jungle player. And everyone then suddenly has to fight on two fronts, even though it's just one player making... Yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm overanalyzing it. I'm meant to be watch partying and having fun. I casted for 9 hours yesterday. Say casted. I sat and watched ESL Impact for 9 hours. I wouldn't call it casting. But we sat here and watched it, so we're trying to keep it quite casual. We might potentially have some guests joining us, either for EU or probably more likely for North America later. There's no South American games today. They kind of speed ran yesterday. They didn't have as many teams to fill up the brackets they expected. So there's no South American games today. There is... all of the EU games are going on at the same time. So if this finishes super quickly, which if it continues like this, it may well do, we'll just hop onto a different one, catch the last maps. And then, bit of a break. North America's only got one game tonight. And then Sunday, everything goes crazy again. Which is lovely. We love to see that. All right. How did the poll do, actually? I'm curious. Actually, pretty solid split there. Okay. Busy schedules. Very busy schedules indeed. Oh, lovely nade kill. Okay. Another nade to go over. Poor Los Harrick. Let's see, plants the bomb. Manages to just about dodge the HE. Flash goes over. It's more of a deterrence than anything. Auto Observer doesn't want to exist. Do it this manually. Player 8 is not player 8. Player 8 is player 9. Okay. Oh, Lexi's in a lovely position. Ah, lovely position. Wide swing. Kit Kat. This is going to be a difficult position to try and get all of them. Smoke goes out as well, so. Nice final attempt there. Lovely, albeit very close retake there. First round on the board for Needachance. That's good. It's... I don't want to say too little too late. They are going to need 5 more rounds for me to convince that everything's okay. The big game is in German, Pot says. Yes, so the big game is in German. The Saw Mist game, I believe, is being cast in Portuguese. Maybe, I'm not sure. But my thoughts were, they have a stream available. People may not be able to understand the language of the stream, but there is still, like, a VOD and stuff to go over. And there's still, like, an ability to watch it. So, I wanted to go with a team that I know a couple of the players of, that I know a lot of people are excited for, and that didn't have, like, any form of stream going. I don't think there's a POV stream. There might be, I'm not sure. I haven't heard about POV stream. Okay. We're doing this manually. Say it with me, in unison. Fuck the Auto Observer. Okay. This is difficult, because the issue is that with Kit Kat going down, they really need everybody else. Need this activation from apartments. Unfortunately, Letty goes down and commits the Tom Dalyest of dives off of the side there. Naylor, very difficult situation. Flash makes this hard. They've dealt with the bench player, which means it's only Los Harricks or Los Sharks? Los Shark 52? If anyone has any idea how this is pronounced, please correct me. I will probably go and have an ask. Especially if they qualify, I'll go and have an ask. I guess the only real saving grace here... Well, actually, 1 HE and the HP bars are low. That could be painful. Yeah, unfortunately, Crossfire. I am loving this for Peekaboo. I'm slightly curious. Like, I know we've got a kill for. I just want to have a look at it quickly. This is juicy. Okay, cool. Sorry, being a little bit nosy. Yeah, this is... I'm not entirely convinced that this is a half that we'll see brought back into some semblance of balance by Needachance, which is... It's a difficult one because Fatal and Elizabeth have been playing with each other for a long time, but they have had their core uprooted for this season. Okay, I love the pace on this. You know that they're probably not an amazing buy, so you figure you just take the weapon diff and run into them. There's no point in playing passive and giving them respect. No point. No point. Cool. If the game's gonna be this quick, you know, second map I might actually have to get the lavender face mask on. I might not even have time to let it settle in by the time this map's done. In the break as well, I might see if I can run to Tesco and buy some of the, like, you know, the party poppers, the ones with the little string. The only kind of popper that we are doing on stream. Low Sharik. That would make a lot of sense. Thank you so much. Low Sharik. You know what? That would make sense. And then the 52, I'm assuming, is just Steam name. I have a 0 on the end of half of my usernames. Got an MP4 on my Twitch because I thought it was being really cool with my different file extensions. Turns out it was a really crap idea because there's no consistency across my platforms. It makes me very difficult to find. But, hello. For Peekaboo who come in, Letty. There's a lot of Letty fans in chat, I believe. There's a lot of people that know and love Letty. I'm just here for good Counter-Strike because legally I am impartial. I like my job and people get annoyed when I have favorites. So, I'm technically completely impartial. But also, I know a couple of these players a bit more. I know who come in Letty, so... Well, they are having an absolutely brilliant game here. Defuse, yeah, I mean... Difficult one. They put up a good fight here. I was a little bit distracted, so I couldn't fully break down what's going on. I am losing a couple of frames here. I don't know if that's me or if it's the server. Hopefully, it's not me. Okay. Auto Observer, I'm going to give you one more chance. One more chance not to fuck this up. Okay. Yeah. It's been a good game for them. Letty, it looks like on the scoreboard for a couple of these players, like it hasn't been like a particularly frag-heavy game. But when you're winning 8-2, you know, there's only so many kills go around. Oh! Okay, Elizabeth getting 2s there's pretty good. They need to clear out Low Sharik here, though. Still haven't. Connector play is going to be a little bit of a problem here as well. Fatal, yeah, there is. Fatal coming on through. Actually can back away, reload, and that's just left Julie by a lonesome in Palace. Bombs down, and by down I mean she is going to have to jump down. Yeah, running through the motions. Thank you, Auto Observer, for a lovely, wonderful foot shot. Absolutely incredible. The exact kind of observing cinematic shot that we've all been asking for. Spoiling ESL Impact since Season 1. You've been supporting longer than I have then. I started watching in end of Season 2, beginning of Season 3. And then I started casting Season 4. I watched a little bit of Season 1. I saw it come up, but I wasn't super invested in the esports side of things at that time. But it's changed a lot since season 1. It's really nice to see that we've still got some players from that legacy first season all the way back then that are still playing in the scene. Oh, lovely shot from Fatal. Yeah. This is just running through the motions. They didn't exactly have the balance for this final round. Alas, is what it is. 8-4 half you're pretty happy with, especially going on to the CT side. No complaints. No complaints whatsoever. I'm hoping that my camera's in a not too distracting place on that. I'm very fuzzy. I don't know why I'm so fuzzy. It's upsetting. Can I fix the fuzziness? Cool, that'll do. Sorry about that. Audio will be back in 1 sec. There we go. Audio back. Okay, pretty standard. I love the information look from Letty over towards apartments, because it is just going to be the wind-up. There's nothing in mid, so they can't 100% confirm it's going to be A as opposed to mid, but, you know, usually it's 1 or 2 options. Oh! And it's done. Bosh. Simple. Elegant. Bigger Keeper versus Overpeak 8-2. I'm assuming it's a bigger Keeper given the way that you've written it and given statistically how that series should go. They were insane yesterday. I can't put into words. For people that didn't watch the Bigger Keeper game yesterday, they were unhinged. They stormed through the first map 13-0, and then the second map was 13-1. And for a lot of it, both teams just ended up trolling because the team they were playing up against didn't have amazing prospects to win coming into the qualifier, but also kind of halfway through the second map went, yeah, you know what? It's not going to happen. We're having a bit of fun. We'll learn from it. But there was some really good sportsmanship, actually. There was a round where the team got a really nice retake, and the Bigger Keeper lot were like genuinely GG's on that one. That was really nicely executed, which was lovely to see. But Bigger Keeper are... They're having to go through the open qualifier because the core changed, which means the VRS got, to put it nicely, a tad fucked. But they were always a team looking at it. They were bound to just tear through the open qualifier. So that we haven't seen Ensathena or Astralis though. Yes, it was really sad to lose Ensathena. Astralis was a difficult one. The roster just wasn't finding results. Yeah, I mean, this round is just run-of-the-mill. 9-4, you just convert the pistol that you won. You've not got anything to up against. Ensathena not coming back is quite sad. Luckily, I believe all of the players that were on the roster at the time have at least managed to continue playing and be active within the scene. Astralis Women's, a couple of the players we're seeing play. So Kit Kat is here. Josephine is playing on... Is it IDA NexGen, I want to say? There's a couple of players that have been dotted around. It's a shame to see the orgs haven't come back in, but where we've lost some orgs, we have gained some new orgs. Waves came in for the side of North America, and Ghost Gaming came back. Bigger Keeper announcing their roster. Ooh, okay. We need G2 Oya back. Bring back G2 Oya. Navi Javelins, of course, pulled out of ESL Impact. They haven't returned to the women's scene just yet. But, I mean, they had such amazing success with their main team, and then they had to let their junior team go because they were being so successful. But, you know, she's playing for IDA. Yes, I thought so. Because IDA, NexGen, Masonic, it's got, like, 4 names, have been a team that's actually really impressed a lot of people. They did really well in Trader FE7. They did a lot better than people thought they would, which is hype. They've got a bit of a difficult run, though. This is Peekaboo. They've definitely got the easiest of the brackets here. Unfortunate the first gun round goes kind of awry here. Alas, we're not too stressed as Peekaboo fans. Needachance closing this gap, absolutely necessary. They lost the pistol. They have to bring it back soon. And they're doing it quite well. They've kept these rounds very clean. So they're only having to rebuy one weapon. They've actually managed to hold on to a fair bit of utility to their credit. Okay. So I've just got a Twitch notification that Trav the caster is streaming Simple's POV of the Bet Boom BC game. So Trav's decided that screw all of this auto observer stuff, is just decided to stream Simple's POV. Honestly, I respect it. That's pretty sick. We did that yesterday with Jody, who was playing on Powerpuff. They unfortunately didn't qualify to play today, but we watched Jody POV. She did very well. An absolutely stellar game on train. Nice flash, nice space taken. Don't want to get too aggressive here. Just want to sit as a buffer. Cool. Actually, Lo Sharik backs off. Team's got mid control. And I'm assuming, hoping, waiting that somebody's gonna peek. And just holding the space for now. They're not finding anything else on the extremities. Peekaboo went for a little bit of an information prod. They've pulled back now. Cool. Smoke goes in. Molotov for Ladderim is going to be heard. HE immediately in response here. No flash around the corner. They are just going to go for the fights. Judy one and then down. Letty up in the heavens, good for another, but the trades have been really, really good here. Molotov to go in is going to stop them. I say contesting the plant. Plant actually has to come through. Lovely HE, and some of these health bars are looking particularly dire right now. Another Molotov again. Can't help but feel a little bit missed on that one, maybe. Doesn't seem to have got as deep as I expected it to. Naylor, lovely swing out. The flash is really, really good, but they can't capitalize on it. Evoli sat on bench, punches Kit Kat. Hikomi gets one. Last player is now known. They know the player's bench. They're just going to send Hikomi running with a 5-7 towards them. Bit of a difficult situation here. Out of bullets. Taps to try get the defuse and try bait out the fight. Not quite sure where to look there. Evoli, a couple of missed shots. Run around the corner. Naylor can't quite find it with the USP. It's going to be Needachance, a 6th round, but it's close. The trading there, it's unfortunate they go 1 for 1. A single player managing to get the transfer would have been a huge difference maker, but lovely to see there from Needachance, just the constant barrage of utility to stop the players in market having a say in this. Good soup. I've never been so concentrated in my life as pouring Pepsi next to my keyboard. Drinking it from a plastic champagne flute from my university final year project event where I ordered about 400 plastic glasses, more than I needed. And they're all sat in my dining room right now, looking very miserably at me. Fatal, nice opening pick, still running that Mac 10, farming up that cash. Leagy. They've not got the weapons to contest this. Maybe they don't clear Naylor and she can find a sneaky little peek. Actually, she gets a dink, but not quite enough. It's just an eco. It's okay. Letty, yeah, difficult position here. Smoke for Connector, just wants to get pushed. Lovely, lovely stuff from Needachance. That gap's getting scarily close. I thought when they were sort of 8-2 down that no matter, even if it was an 8-4 half, it wasn't going to be redeemable. They lost the pistol and went, this isn't great. But they've brought this back quite nicely, actually. 3 rounds to close it out. They've got the momentum right now. If they can dispatch of this, they'll buy themselves another round where they don't have to worry necessarily too much about the armory. They know this, that if they just keep on winning, they will close this gap up, with only every other round being particularly worrisome in the arsenal department. Butterfly knife, ultraviolet. I 3D printed myself a replica one of those the other day. I did. I pressed print, my partner did most of the work. Shout out to him. I'll have to show the weapons rack that he's built, actually, for his room, because it's thick. Ooh, Naylor, lovely. Elizabeth steps up for one. Needs to find the second player just to try alleviate. But the crunch from top mid. Difficult to dispatch of. Around, alas, the lost streak is broken. Puts them on 11. Money is good enough that between everyone, Needachance can buy. No orbs to be seen. Okay, cool. He goes in. Elizabeth wants to just go onto site. Is going to be heard. Is actually going to clear. Hikomi. Hikomi's not going to be cleared, however. Player from Heaven actually manages to find one. That's most of the site defense taken out. Is going to leave Kit Kat on an island, but reinforcements already in. Smoke's going to go over. That's going to block off jungle. That is going to keep Julie out of the fight. Julie doesn't even need to be in the fight because Letty's found a kill with the Molotov. 1 versus 2 here. Back away. You're not going to be allowed to run off. Lovely stuff. 12-7. Match point. I don't want to spoil it for looking on the Face It page, but if I had to hazard a guess, looking at the money sitch going on here for Needachance, chat, we might be in our last round of this first map. And then we're going on to, so it's Mirage, Dust 2, Inferno. Very beige map pool. I'm not sure whose map pick this is. We'll have a look in a sec. We'll also have a check on the other games, how they're doing. Cool. Mid control. Julie's just an absolute turret. Okay, smoke goes over. A little bit of an idea. There's some heavy presence in mid, potentially. Immediate response to try block off anybody pushing into connector. I have a feeling they're going to want to try flash through this. They've not got the weaponry to try be strategic. You're just going to have to run in with the firepower. But you got 2 players watching you from each side. Both get a kill. Kit Kat spotted a player, or at least heard a player on ramp. Forced out by the Molotov. Unfortunately, you're forcing a fight that you are, statistically speaking, unlikely to win. Yeah, difficult one here. And now, Lo Sharik, last player. Well, they know that she was ramp, so there's only a couple of places that she could have gone. Because she's not on site. Okay, spotted. Everyone's just going to converge now. It's just going to be a dog pile. Yep, Julie's the elected official to go forward and find the kill. Lovely first map there. Me switch back. Lovely first map. Beautiful. Peekaboo fans, rejoice. Needachance fans, there is still another map. Let us find out. And Dust 2 was Needachance, what is going to be Needachance pick. So, balancing everything out. Peekaboo take their own map pick. Their opponent's map pick's coming up next. Peekaboo. Let's have a look and see if there's much in terms of team stats for them on maps. 14 games played. I'm not seeing a whole lot of Dust 2. They played Dust 2 versus Overpeak in Elite FE5, which wasn't too long ago. And Overpeak were currently playing Bigger Keeper. And they lost, I think they lost Dust 2, but it was 13-11, which is not bad. They were also playing versus Socia, Vispel, Abitka, a lot more of the Russian team. So, okay. Not bad, not bad. Hopefully it'll let me into the second map very shortly. We update predictions. Doing it from my phone. Come on, Twitch. I really need a new phone. Okay, predictions. A lot closer at the end there than I expected it to be, potentially. Peekaboo 1, confirm. Start prediction. Map 2. We'll give that, screw it, we'll go 15 minutes. Beautiful, wonderful, and hello everybody. Thank you for joining me. Let's do a quick check of the other games going on. There we go. Sorry, ignore the awful. The stuff over here. It gets awful every time I switch what I'm doing. The HUD is getting in the way, so let me close that for a second. Cool. AKA Heroes versus Elysium. 10-8 on map 1. Okay. That's a pretty close game. AKA Heroes should win. Theoretically. Hindsight versus Saw Mist. If this is not Saw Mist winning, I will be very, very, very surprised. Yep. Less of a gap than I thought. But it's Nuke. Saw Mist pick. They started on Seaside. Yep. No complaints there. Cilio versus 888. 7-4. Okay, this is one of the more even matches in the list. Okay. Open 2 here. Speedrunning. 11-2 to Luna. I didn't really have a horse in this race. There's all eyes on Ass. Wonderful name. On the same team as Fenerbahce. Okay, a little bit more one-sided, but yeah, neither of those teams I think are going to particularly survive this bracket, unfortunately. Not at least in Open Qualifier 1. Bigger Keeper versus OP. They brought this back. Oh. Oh no. I'm not worried yet. I'm not worried yet. Mirage over Peaks map. Okay, cool. Not worried yet. Slightly stressed. IDA NexGen, Masonic, BurekSaSkilom. Very close match. There's Josephine. We talked about Astralis Women's earlier. Cool. They're doing a bit better than I expected them to. This is our game, and then the final game that will decide who this team is playing up against. Winner of this match plays up against next. 8-6. So actually, we are one of the speediest so far. Why does it shut the game every time I do that? Thank you so much for nothing, OBS. Cool. Wonderful. Next game. Let me in. Over Peekaboo, the 5th best team. They could be. The issue is, I think that they've been dealt a really rough hand with their bracket. But they have done very well so far. I haven't had the chance to watch much of them, which is sad. But okay, I need to load the HUD back up. HUD, please. Cool, everything looking good for you guys. I believe so. Wonderful. 5th best team. See, the issue is, I don't know if I'd put them top 5, but that's just because of some of the caliber of some of the teams that we have. So within EU at the moment, my top teams are Bigger Keeper, Nip Impact, Zerance. Let Her Cook have technically requalified automatically on VRS. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to do. They've had a bit of a turbulent time. So Bigger Keeper, Nip Impact, Zerance. Saw Mist, I think, will be one of the top teams. And then that 5th spot, maybe Overpeak could slip in there. But there's a lot of teams that it could be. In terms of NA, Supernova Comets is now Shimmer again. They beat FlyQuest Red yesterday in Dust to Eagle Masters. It was 2-1, and the map that Shimmer lost was a 13-1. But then they kind of dominated the rest of the series, so unusual one. But I think this is my humble brand, and I'm very sorry if there's anyone listening or anyone who might watch this vlog back later that will be insulted by this. But I was a little bit upset with the desk at the Impact Finals last season because I'd been really hyping up Shimmer at the end of the season because I'd watched them play for the whole season, and they were looking really strong. And I'd been like crunching the numbers. I'd been doing all of the demo reviews about how they'd match up against teams. And I was telling everyone, was like, this is a team to look at. And then everyone was like, you know, I'm not 100% sure how they're faring this matchup. And I was like screaming through my monitor. I was like, no. And then they went to the grand finals. And I was like, I didn't think they'd make it that far. Valkyries. Oh, crap. Of course, Valkyries. Sorry. What am I thinking? So I better beat them in the Athena Cup final. True, yes. I completely blanked about Valkyries. I'm not 100% sure about how they're going to fare at the beginning of this season. I'm very worried about how the first couple of weeks of matches are going to go for them. And if you have a slow start into the season, it can throw you off qualifying for the finals. I don't think there's a world that Imperial Valkyries don't qualify, but I don't necessarily think that they will qualify first. The Zaz for Yin switch was... Other people might disagree with me. I think it was very unexpected. Because Yin is amazing. Yin is incredible. I don't think it's the same level of firepower. And on an outside of the server perspective as well, Zaz was being sent to do all of the interviews and all of the media. So it felt very weird that the person that had very much been the face of Imperial Valkyries amidst a year where they had been invited to those tier 1 events and the close qualifiers for them and I think it might be Zaz's decision to step away. I'm hoping it was, because I don't think it makes sense to replace her if there's no, like, driving factor for it. There might be something behind the scenes. I may be wrong. But I think it's going to take some time for Yin to step into some... She's amazing, but she's got huge boots to fill, and that's the issue. But they're still really strong contending teams. The issue is you can't afford to be weak right now in ESL Impact because there are so many teams that are hungry. Like, Zerance are looking so good. I'm curious who they're going to bring on now that Astra is moved. We haven't had it announced yet to my knowledge. And I don't know if there is another French player that's been waiting in the wings that we haven't heard about. But they might have to switch from being an all French-speaking roster if they can't find another French-speaking player. Are we auto-observing? Are we auto-directing? Now we are. That's not Kit Kat's POV. Because if that was Kit Kat's POV, something would be very wrong. My top set, I'm going Nip, Big, Imperial Zerance, Overpeak, Saw. I'd switch Saw and Overpeak potentially, but I think solid top 5 there. If I'm doing top 5 overall, I take out potential... I don't know who I'd take out. I can't do it. I can't do a top 5. It's going to be such an insane season that I can't rank anything just yet. And FlyQuest have been doing really well individually. They had a bit of a rough season. I said that they were struggling against Shimmy yesterday, but FlyQuest have been doing really well in Advanced and all of the ESEA Cups. So they're quite exciting. South America, Furia and MIBR's always, like, it's a battle of the titans. Furia won last season, and MIBR and Furia are always battling for this top of the region spot. But they played versus each other recently in, was it called the Lotus Cup? And MIBR won. So that's exciting that Furia has competition at the top again. What else am I missing? Zerance played in the ESA with Giuliano and Rams in Emerald, so there's a possibility. Yeah, I had seen that Giuliano was listed as a substitute on Zerance. And that would be really hype. That would be really cool. Oh, okay. Okay, Needachance. Pop off. Poor Hikomi. Yeah, location now known. This is, you know, don't send the Molotov. The Molotov is overkill here. The Molotov is overkill. Okay. Lotus Challenge and MIB actually beat Furious West. I know they'd beat them in the final. I was unfortunate, I was up and down the country a lot, so I wasn't able to sit and tune in. I don't think they had English coverage of the broadcast either, so I would have been able to watch the game. I wouldn't have been able to immerse in the game, I don't think. But that's exciting. Interesting from South America as well is that in their open qualifiers yesterday, came Sao... How is it? QSM or QSP, I can't remember what it's short to. Beats. Can the game sound be made? Yes, it can. 1 second. Let me sort that out for you. Cool. Hopefully that's not too deafeningly loud now. There we go. Beat Atrix. So that was exciting. Atrix, a team that I rate very highly. So to see that they lost that early on, it's upsetting. There's a second qualifier, though. I'm not too bothered. A lot of the same teams in South America look to be coming back. Because, of course, only 2 teams from each region in NASA and 4 from EU were chosen by VRS. There was no automatic requalification from last series. So that's unfortunate. Is that okay? Is game sound a little bit better now? Yeah, lovely from Needachance. It's always damning as a CT to lose that second conversion round. It's the worst and scariest round in the world. Needachance, it's just nice stuff here. Will be a gun round. It'll be a weak gun round, though. There's going to be a lot of util missing. Well, okay, maybe not a lot. But it's going to be the Molotovs. It's going to be the expensive stuff. Okay, right. I don't like the orientation of the mini-map. Is it just me? Because I'm used to it being... That's weird. I'm not wrong, that is weird, right? Or am I weird? Ooh, okay. Poor cat players. God. Sorry, all they were trying to do is live there. Yeah, this is difficult. Good attempt to try stopping crossing. Oh, lovely headshot from Naylor, actually. But yeah, that's about all you can realistically do. Especially with the smokes coming out, this is kind of done and dusted. Yeah. Cool. Peekaboo, money is going to be awful again now. Which means it should be 1-5. They're going to have to come back. Very real chance this goes 3 maps. This is a very evenly matched battle. What's that? Grabbing snacks. I've got snacks down by the side. Knew I'd need them. The sugar rush. Are there many British people in chat? I need to know before I start ranting about very British things. Okay, your British trigger warning is over now. So, one of our big supermarket chains, Tesco, do these, like, small bags of sweets. And they used to be 3 for £1. And now each individual one is 70p. That is bullshit. That is the biggest scam possibly ever. And I'm very upset about it. These are very sour. Okay. Nice pick here. Oh, Letty, okay. It's immediately traded. This is a slight problem. I haven't cleared out the players back here yet, but unfortunately, yeah, I think it's just going to be a matter of running them down. Nice little stand there, though. That could have gone worse. They make it fairly costly. They make it they make it snazzy. Why is that so sour? That's upsetting. I was meant to be doing self-care today. I'm torturing my taste buds. Oh, no. I missed opening shots. Okay. Tunnels control if you want. Don't even particularly need to, because they've got Evoli watching it. Not Evoli. Lo Sharik is watching it, sorry. So they can immediately pivot. Peekaboo, they've actually caught on to this pretty quickly. My mini-map is struggling to keep up with the action. Lovely shot from Letty. Unfortunately, cleared out instantly. Okay. Smoke goes over. Low HP bars is a little bit of a problem, especially with these HEs. Desperately trying to bait somebody out. Yeah, there it is. Julie eager to maybe have a look and see if they can stop the... What is with these foot shots? Sorry. Yeah. I love the idea of trying to stop the bomb being planted, but low HP and when you've got the AWP there that you realistically have to save, there's kind of a win con to save it. 6 rounds gets conceded. This is where it starts to get a little bit worrying and eyebrow raising. Nobody panic just yet for a Peekaboo fan. There's still time. It's not a great start, and they're not going to have the most amount of money to support this AWP. Is the other big one. Off. Kobe should be fine. Can hear the footsteps. Oh, okay, okay. I panicked. The coach death sound scared me for a sec. But it's okay. We're back. 6 and 1. God, Domino's hitting up my emails and being like, hi, we've got 50%. You always have 50% off Domino's, but also stop sliding into my emails like that. It makes it very difficult to resist buying food. I might have to order a pizza later. That might be the food. Cool. Very passive round here. I like how they've always got this little bit of a presence from Lo Sharik over towards B. Actually, Letty might find herself in a bit of trouble. No, she backs off. Timings. I want to see this fight. Ooh, lovely adjustment, but Letty... Lovely find there. Unfortunately, it's just kind of whittling down the numbers. It wasn't a player that was going to be able to get their name into the battle much sooner anyway on the side of the map, so it is that luck presence, but you've not heard anything else after it, so you kind of figured out that that's what's going on. A main players... Oh, crap. Didn't drop anything. It's fine. I should push up onto site here. Leaguey, lucky to be able to get off the reload. Oh, what a nade. Okay. But a counter nade and a... Okay, well, it looked really swaggy for a second. It was, alas, not very swaggy for very long. Finally, another round on the board. Much needed here to break up the momentum, to give themselves this opportunity. Kept it relatively clean, so a lot of weapons saved over. I'm saying a lot of the same things again. You guys have eyes, you guys can see it. We're just enjoying the game. I'm going to tempt another rainbow belts. I'm going to wipe some of the horrible sour sugar off of it first, though. Because that was lethal. Okay, that one was better. That one was survivable. Cool. Timeout being called. Needachance. We're calling a lot of timeouts earlier. I like that there's instantly a round has been lost, and so there is a conversation to be had, probably from both sides here, how to capitalize, how to stop it happening again. Sadly, I am not Blast. I do not have Coach Comms, which I get that there have been some problems with Coach Comms, and people take some issue to them. I think they're fucking iconic. I love them. We need more of them. My favorite was it Taz on G2? It was like, guys, we just need to get some rounds. And it's like, oh, insight that you wouldn't get anywhere else. Okay. Mid control, they have just being allowed mid-control for free most of these rounds. No point trying to blow open the smoke. You do have the AWP on Hikomi, but better utilized elsewhere. Elizabeth with the smoke to go over the top, allow them to take that cat control if they want. Leaky, lovely find over towards doors, because that's going to draw the attention away. Julie, yeah, only good for one. Unfortunately, no cover, no safety, no teammates to trade. 3 versus 4, huge advantage here for Needachance. Kit Kat backs away. I say backs away, actually. Chooses to go back for another look. Auto Observer, why are we watching? Okay, here we go. Fatal. Ooh, lovely adjustment. Finds Kit Kat. Player on either side. There's no particular opportunity to group up here. This round's kind of in the dirt already. It's got 1 foot in the grave. It just kind of needs to get the other foot in the grave and start burying itself. Yeah, and Hikomi has the AWP. On the plus side, it's the AWP that's getting saved. Nice piece of weaponry. Running out of rounds to find impact with it, though. They're struggling a lot with these opening jewels. They're giving Needachance a lot of respect in terms of map control. And then when the opening jewels do come along, they have a little less information to work with. They're going 1 for 1, which on the CT side isn't really a sustainable recipe for success. Okay, Kit Kat having a look in mid. Not really the weapons to fight it too much with. Needachance, they want to go heavily in towards B. Why not? Once you get on the site, it's ironclad. Shriek. Oh, nice HE. I think most of the team's ahead of it. Gonna clear out Letty. Hikomi's good for one on the scout, but yeah, immediately gonna use the opportunity with their teammate's death just to run them down. 3 versus 4. Sorry. 2 versus 4, 1 versus 4. Naylor shot in the back, unaware that Elizabeth was at point blank range. And 8-2. Very similar scoring. This is what we saw on the flip side over on map number 1. For those of you that weren't with us, it was Mirage, and it was 8-2 up to Peekaboo. That was their map pick, though. We said that, you know, swings and roundabouts. Everyone's got these little ledges to work with. Third map, you know what, it's not too early to say, but I can kind of feel it, you know. You get the shivers down your spine that it's going to go a third. Fatal having a look. Smoke goes out. That's going to keep Letty safe. Give them the opportunity to establish a nice positions here. Kit Kat just going to be hiding behind the car. No, actually, okay, backs off. Lovely nade going in there. They've had a lot of problems with losing this tunnel control. And Needachance just being absolute menaces pivoting off of this point. Fatal waits the push. Letty dry peek. It's a little bit overextending. Bit of an overextension is probably the better grammatically correct way to say that. Opening jewel once again goes the way of Needachance. This time there isn't a trade. Flash goes over. They've got so much. They've just diced the map up completely here. They can cut off all of the rotations off the back of Elizabeth and... I was going to say Lo Sharik, but now just Elizabeth. Kit Kat not going to be cleared out. There's the first. Knows the second's cross. Managed to find it as well. Teammates nowhere nearby to contend with this. So has to solo try find something to keep the friction applied on this site. Isn't going to be able to. The smoke's going to mean that they can't quite, you know, get a line into whether this is being crossed. Fatal is going to confirm their worst suspicions. Hikomi now difficult situation. Trying to get ahead of the Molotov, but Fatal is already ready and waiting. Beautifully played from Needachance. 9-2. Uncomfortable. It's not the end of the world yet. 9-3 half is the Zonix law of MR12. Oops, sorry, just whacked my microphone in an attempt to try and grab a rainbow belt. Gonna dismember this one, I think. Go color by color. Ooh, this is ballsy. Yeah, unfortunately, it would have been a nice lineup if not for the AUG barrel holding this down. Want to get on the kills. Julie, unfortunate position to try keep them off of sight. They've already got it, and retaking B is difficult. Big boy, that is probably a question they are asking themselves at this very moment as well. Needachance have been really, really strong on this map. It's, you know, map picks, each their own. The Needachance core have been notoriously good on this. Oh, missed shots. Oh, Julie does eventually find it. No HP boss, but it has come down to a 1v1. Timing's going to be the issue here. There's no kit, and yeah, just round the corner. Spray down is all that is needed. Okay, the yellow snap there. This is not going well. This is going cataclysmically badly. This is just going from bad to worse. Hard match. Yeah, but this map was always going to be a difficult one because they are going on to the home turf of the Russian team. They've been tried and tested on this map. The Needachance players, some of them have put some of the titans of ESL Impact to shame on Dust too. A pistol here is, dare I say, crucial. Lovely way to start it though, Naylor. Jump on up. Very eager here to keep hold of this. It's just going to be an all-out brawl here. If me, there's... Oh, 2 nice kills, actually. Bomb gets planted. Can't really jump up and contest this fatal. Smoke's going to be fading any second as well. Very one-dimensional route to this. I think, yeah, maybe... No, gonna head up cat. No, actually just choosing to back off and save the armor. Peekaboo, yeah, there's no point getting... You don't really do too much hunting on a pistol, especially when they're on the other side of the map. Time for a comeback match. Oh, absolutely. There's always time for a comeback. It's not over till it's over. And a normal person would call me insane for suggesting that when it's 10-2. But maybe I'm a little crazy. Maybe they locked me in a rubber room with rats. And that's why I'm crazy enough to suggest that the comeback is real. Okay. Long control being taken. Ooh, they've got the right weapons for this. You've got to be careful, close range with that MP9. Oh, lovely flashbang from Evoli. Oh, it's a devastating flashbang from Evoli. I don't want to look. I'll hear when it's over. It sounds pretty over, is it? Oh, this is pretty over. Let's see you know what? No, let's see 1v3. Let's see 1v3. Low HP on Fatal. You can isolate this first fight, which is going to be easy. Yep. Absolutely trained on that angle. (13-3). I'm assuming that is going to be the scoreline at the end of this, or is that prediction? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I'm not going to look. I'll find out when it happens. But I have a feeling this is going to go third map, which is going to be Inferno. Which should be exciting, because Peekaboo, I think, might be putting on a bit of masterclass in Inferno. Komi. Difficult one to find that opening pick, and they're not going to be given an inch to work with for the rest of this. So actually, Elizabeth, Leaky, both here. I like the double up on the angle. Actually, not going to go deep enough damage. Molotov immediately extinguished. Tip down into tunnels, but the issue is, whilst you've got a little bit of mid-control, now that the smoke is gone as well, you've got no safety from Cat. Case in point. I love when I'm saying something and it pans out perfectly as I'm saying it. Like, it enunciates the point. Elizabeth, yeah, the two of them can just hold down Cat here. Bomb goes down. In the meantime, though, they've managed to get away with daylight robbery finding that. Daylight robbery met with violence. That is going to be 12-3, and I have a feeling that 13-3 in chat might be accurate. Canonical events, third map.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, this is a bit of a difficult one. They don't have the buy to do this either, is the other issue. Their economy has not been allowed to get in a position to thrive, or even to survive that point. Yeah, I like the pace. I think sometimes you just gotta throw stuff at the wall and hope that something gets lodged. Kit Kat. Ooh, nice idea. Not quite able to find Elizabeth. Smoke goes out, so no one's able to trade it either. Push on through, but low Sharik. Beautiful, immaculate. Very clean there to end it off. And that is a little bit better of the form that we know from Needachance. That's the team that we expected to see in the first map. But they've both had a map go both ways now. Which means it's Inferno time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting bored of Mirage. Let's go. Let's go Overpass. Overpass again. I've got Nuke, Overpass, Mirage, and Seasons. Okay. Yeah, that's less than ideal. Less than ideal. But let's check up on how the rest of the world is doing. AKA Heroes, Elysium. You know, I'm just going to open all of them. And then close them one by one. That's the smart thing to do. How is that game still going? Why if I open the game that we're on? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. AK Heroes, Elysium, map 1. 13-11. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Hindsight, Saw Mist. Saw Mist won the first. Yep, Saw Mist won 13-6. Even right now, that's nice to see. They should win this. Hindsight have got some good players on them. They've got Jenkin, Madam, Macari I've seen around a lot, Anna, some, you know, Anna who was on HSG for a while. Why is it also, I lean forward, it might. Anna who was on HSG for a while. Of course, Asia Wildcard slot doesn't exist anymore. This game. Okay. First map was 13-4 to... Ooh, okay. Instead of females in the spot of trouble there. Glow Luna 6-0. That game might be over pretty quickly. Because that was quite... Yeah. Overpeak Bigger Keeper. First map ended up being a 13-10. That's a lot closer than I expected it to be. Overpeak. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Vispel, Abika, Socia, just incredible players. That's pretty nice going. Okay. Ida NexGen, BurekSaSkilom, 13-9 against IDA NexGen. That's a problem. Needachance, Peekaboo, that's us. And then 16-14 overtime win to Remix. And they are getting ready for their match, which is exciting. Considering we're going on to a third map, we're still further ahead than a lot of these teams. That's quite interesting. Okay. Are we able to hop into our game? Let us find out. Put my HUD back on. Do, do, do. Put my shades on for the next game. Do it. We'll do a swaggy sort of. There we go. Now you can see my screen, what I'm looking at. It's Inferno. It's exactly the same as what you guys are going to see on stream anyway. Cool. We're loading in. Beautiful stuff. If I do that, hopefully. Oh. Wonderful. Cool. HUD's up. Needachance is in. Waiting for one player on Needachance. Nope, we're waiting for 2 players because Rex is currently sat in one of the player slots. Put that back up. Cool. Right. I'm gonna break the veil of immersion for a second because I'm hungry for chalky biscuits. So I'm gonna go get chalky biscuits. I'm gonna just vanish off screen for a second. It's gonna be all things considered very weird. I'm just sort of disappearing. Okay, guys, I'm back. I do, in fact, have legs, contrary to popular belief, and unpopular belief as well. Bourbon cream biscuits. Ever the greatest. Alright. Order director, let's go. Chances for Impact to go to a double round robin in the future. I have no knowledge of how they decide what the system's going to be, and I don't get any sort of advanced insight that isn't like public information. So, to my knowledge right now, I don't expect anything to change. The system's been the same for, well, for at least 5 seasons now. So I'm not expecting it to change, but we have seen format changes in the past, so it's not out of the realms of possibility. I wouldn't mind a double round robin, but the issue is with it that the more games they the more game days they schedule, the more they have to have admins and league ops on the day and all of the support team and broadcasts as well. Is that they've got a system where they do the Wednesday and Thursday each week, and that works quite nicely. And it doesn't clash with many of the other games. Like each region's Impact game, I don't think clashes with ESCA. I might be wrong on that one. But I don't suspect it's gonna change, but I'll be honest, I am just as in the dark as everyone else. Okay. That's more than 10 seconds worth of ticking. The ticking is just chronic now. There we go. Yeah. I mean, I'm always happy when we get more ESL Impact, and double round robin would give us more game days, but there's a lot that'll go into it behind the scenes. To my knowledge, nothing's changing. I'm a creature of habit as well, so whilst I do like the idea of more ESL Impact games, I also quite like things staying the same. I am looking forward to Overpass being the map of the season, though. Knife round. This one actually matters. Knife round that matters. Okay. Ooh, really good start here. Oh, oh! It's almost flawless. Okay, cool. Pistol round. Need a pistol. They won the pistol last map. They then lost the conversion, which was, how you say, no bueno. These guys, I've become a different person now. I'll put the ski glasses on in a second. They make me even more dorky. Lovely opening pick from Kit Kat. Ooh, and Hakomi as well. Fatal's in a spot of bother. They managed to get themselves into Banana, but they won't be able to get themselves much further. I say that. They've wiped out the defenses, and I like the call to pull back a little bit there. They deal with low Sharik. Now they really are trapped. They can either go back and into their spawn, or they can hazard mid. Looks like they kind of want to hazard mid, but the issue is this will give the room potentially for Naylor to activate. She's actually just going to fall back. I think smart move. Lead them into the chase, and you can have your teammates, you know, chase the chase. She is going to get run on down. Minute left on the clock to work with. Oh, what a headshot there, though. Letty goes down. Now 1 versus 1. It's a little bit messy, but Kit Kat has got it on lockdown. Everything's okay. Life is good. Shortest tech pause ever. Okay. I'll finish my biscuit. Singular biscuit will do for now. I've got to eat them out. I'm running low. My snack supply has been horrifically diminished. Cool. There wasn't a plant, so it's going to be difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. With Europe, they split the teams into 2 groups as well. So even if they did do double round robin, there would still be teams that wouldn't play each other, which sucks. But no worries. ESL Impact is like the one thing that I do know. I don't even really know Counter-Strike. I just know the women's scene. I also know that this is an absolutely bang and execute. Pull back. Oh, they're chasing. Letty. Unfortunate. It happens. Bomb will go down. They're not going to get a chance to establish anything post-plant. I mean, Ivoli's kind of had a bit of a peek into church. Church Cathedral. Does it have a spire? Does it have a spire? Is it as a spire, it's a cathedral? I think that's the... Ooh, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Poor Elizabeth. Yeah, out of bullets there at the end as well. Night, night. Does the church have a spire? Look up. Water observer, look up. Up. Okay, one sec. It's gonna a couple of frames gonna be lost on the stream. Inferno CS church or cathedral. Is a church not a cathedral? It is specifically told me on the internet that it is a church and not a cathedral. Which means no spire. I'm out. Need a chance. This very early one to call there. I guess you forced... and it didn't work out. And you got the plant on this one, so you got a bit of money to work with. But it still feels that they burnt through them really early last map and on the first map as well. And that worries me a little bit when you run out of timeouts very early on. I mean, you've got 3 of them to use, but second round? Okay. Banana control. Actually, so much respect given here. Just gonna let the banana control happen. No need to even look that way. They've got Letty on long-range protection duty, and actually maybe it's a good thing that nobody's there, because that was a lovely nade stack in towards sandbags. Molotov to go over the top. Letty getting ready around the corner, hoping to punish somebody as they get flashed off at the angle, but not quite able to catch them. Okay. Lovely shots. Backs off. Smoke comes out. They just have to fall back here. Huge buffer to find. They've kind of called Hikomi over, but she's floating back. There's amazing timing from Leagy here. There's no way Hikomi suspects this. Oh, okay, okay. I got really scared for a second that it was just going to be a bullet outline. I saw the gun get pulled back out. Ooh, my partner's just sent me the 3D model for a Glock 18 Fade that shoots rubber bands. You had my interest. Now you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. This round's pretty done and dusted. Lovely stuff from Needachance there. They get the plant down pretty quickly. They whittle down the forces. Early save from Peekaboo. Really nice call just to get out of dodge instead of trying to hang around for that. Should we have a look at this? Oh, that is pretty sexy. Yeah. Don't know if it's gonna focus. One sec. Don't know if it's gonna focus, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway. 3D printed. Not real gun, I will say. Prop weapon, just for reference, in case the UK government is watching me and wants me dead. That's very snazzy. Oh, 2-1. Bonus round lost. I'd say not too serious, but it has put a real dampener on the mood in the finances department here. Naylor, ooh. Messy peek out there, and that was the one weapon they really needed to keep alive. Need to plant the smoke, flash to go over, no one's there though. Nice little combo. Ooh, Julie's in a nice position, but I feel like she's being accounted for. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. There is a trade. Kind of. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because the bullet was shot after the player was... I mean, I guess you panicked and you wanted to make sure that they were dead like 100% just in case your teammate hadn't got the kill, but... Or maybe for funsies, you know... Letty gets one, Hikomi gets taken down. This is going to be a very slight problem because you can hit everyone around you. Kit Kat's managed to get one, head taken clean off in response. But actually, getting one there and not being cleared, good enough reward. And Letty isn't going to save. Letty is going to go for a I mean, she's having a look at it. Okay. Time's getting a little low. She has a kit, but my worry is that there's no utility to clear out any of these angles. Maybe you slip away into boiler. Is this just damage control? I mean, it's a nice Hail Mary, but a very unwinnable situation. Sometimes you know that it's kind of food bar and you just got to make a move. Oh, crap, I did the thing. I pressed the button. Guys, I think it's forcing the execute operations due to entity slot reuse. I'm not sure. I have a suspicion. I'm not even gonna pretend that I understand what goes on a console. It's over. Hikombi's just slightly late to the party, so will remain unscathed. Kit Kat cannot say the same, however. Take an early damage in order to take that really established position in Banana. But the backup long range from Letty, they have kind of shut this down for business. Issue's going to be that when that smoke fades, if Letty goes down, Kit Kat's screwed. If Kit Kat goes down, Letty can kind of get away here. It's not a very equal relationship in terms of danger. But actually, they're both going to back away right now. They've taken the early control. They've stopped anything too funny happening early. Actually, that's a very, very strong read. They've not even floated Kit Kat back. They've just full sent her over towards A. I was going to say this might end up being a 4-person save, but no, they've sent Kit Kat back round. There is going to be this lurk to deal with in the likes of Lo Sharik, and it is not dispatched of, and actually that's going to cause even more problems. Say that, they've just decided to let the problem be, try head over and support their teammates over on this retake. Unfortunately, difficult angle to clear out. Molotov, only one available, and that's all of the util Peekaboo have to do this. Letty's wide swings the angle. Almost good for a second, but Julie gets it. Fatal. Oh, a swing here could be everything. Gets the transfer almost. And now it comes down to the 1v1. Baiting this out. Has to get the timing now, but now knows that the longer that she waits. And this is it. Just won by Lo Sharik. Toying with it. Is there a chance? Oh, actually should be. Has a kit. Okay, I was worried there. If you're Lo Sharik, you just want to tuck in. You don't want anything to do with that. Going for the final peak there was a little bit of a mistake to make, but, oh, commendable clutch. Credits where it's due. Kudos, you know, open up, commend for being a brilliant teammate. Which, by the way, having lots of commendations on CS is Riz. Face it level 10 is not Riz. I got a lot of shit for that tweet, but I stand on it. If your opening line is I'm face it level 10, no. That's your closing line as well. If that's your opening line, I'm sorry, that's your closing line. 3k elo doesn't count either. If it is your opening line, no. You cannot start chatting somebody up, especially if they don't know CS. I have seen somebody try and use their face it elo as like an opening line to somebody who didn't play Counter-Strike. That's like the worst possible, because the girl was just left there stood just kind of wondering what the hell was going on. But yeah. People didn't like it when I told them that face at level 10 isn't Riz. I actively got threats after that tweet, which was even funnier because it was just me shitposting. But I'm standing on principle now. I'm standing on business. Ooh, Lo Sharik. Okay. 1 versus 2. Dancing around. Is going to need to reload at some point. Doesn't even need to reload, actually. This has come down to a 1v1. Oh, don't give her the fight. Letty, just let the bomb. The bomb has to get retrieved and planted. The ball is in your court. You don't need to push the issue. All tucks in. Shoulder just got spotted. Okay, knows that they haven't crossed over to the left yet. Oh my god, this is intense. No! Lo Sharik, it's perfect! Oh! If you're a Letty fan, if you're a Peekaboo fan, that's awful. But... what? So, she gets the first. Fair enough. She gets the second. Also kind of fair enough, but she's managed to work around the side. She gets the third despite having basically no bullets in her chamber. And then there's a FAMAS on the floor to get the last. She doesn't have bomb. That's a beautiful clutch. Chef's kiss. Although if you're Peekaboo, you're already kicking yourself there, because that would have been 4-2 and keeping the money humble, and now you're kind of stuck with poor weaponry, not only for this round, more than likely for next. Oh my god, Domino's have sent me another email. This has got to be considered, like, legally blackmail now, right? I'm being held hostage by spam emails about pizza. Cool, this is just going to be run-of-the-mill. They've stacked and gambled over towards B. Unfortunately, everybody is running A. It happens. Sometimes you put everything on reds and lose the wife and kids and home. They're running on over, though. Ooh. Ahead of the smoke. I say ahead of the smoke. One person was ahead of the smoke, and that's enough confidence for all of them, too. But, it is beautiful. Just hold down the trigger. Keep them off. It was an eco round. You're not expecting great things, but a lovely way to end it if you need a chance. Refill the Pepsi. I'm getting through it. I'm gonna pour it away from my keyboard this time. I'm going to pour it directly over my white trousers this time. So instead of ruining my PC setup, I ruin my outfit. Ooh. Ooh. That's a gun you don't see every day of the week. Why have you got that in your loadout, Jude? Has there been a buff that I'm not aware of? Because the MP9 exists. And is objectively better. Yeah, Peekaboo are a little bit nervous. They're very eager to close some of these rounds out and are falling victim to a lot of these multi-kills. It happens. And they are playing against a team and players that they know can be really, really lethal. So the worry is always going to be there. And the fact that it's gone a third map and the second map was so shaky is a bit of a worry. Ooh, Letty left in the clutch again. This time, Letty's got the upper hand in the... Well, actually, Letty had the upper hand in the information last clutch as well, sorry. The gloss coming off. It's bright. Okay. Too much time has passed, and neither of them really have any idea what's going on here. Ooh, the slip into boiler is going to be really good. Because Ivoli still needs to plant. 30 seconds. Realistically, you just got to stick on this site at this point. Ooh, footsteps heard. That's huge. Oh, lovely peek out. Not even going to clear Letty. That's what we're saying. 1v1 clutch. She's now 1 for 1. Round 7. A long forgotten nightmare. Round 7? Round 6. The low Sharik clutch. We'll go with that. My room is so dusty right now. I'm not an allergenic person. Even at the worst of times, but I am suffering today. Cool. Peekaboo, it's a round win, but the finances are still uncomfy. Bigger keeper 1. That is great to hear. 2-0, not surprised. They've been killing it. But, honestly, really solid to overpeak to take them so far in that series. 13-10 on first map. Okay, nades go out. That's going to be a little bit of a problem for Julie. So much damage done, and Hakomi's going to get run over with no backup as well. That means A site is just going to have fallen. Letty manages to get one player going up through mid, but it's not really the level of impact you need to rein this back in. Naylor, important kill needed to have been found there. So much left on KitKat's shoulder. The smoke coming out as well. Being spotted, gets one through the smoke, but gets traded immediately through said same smoke. And Letty left last player alive once more. This time, yeah. Accounted for, waited for, odds not even evenly in her favour. So weighted against her. Means Needachance 5 rounds up. Well, they're 5-4. They've won 5 rounds. Oh, yeah. Big in this qualifier kind of feels like smurfing. Kind of. Yeah, there's been a little bit of talk online about the seeding issues. I'm not 100% sure what the sitch is, so I won't comment either way, but I know I've seen the... Because there were some mix-up-y bits between AK Heroes and Bigger Keeper, I think. But I'm not sure. I just sit here and chat shit. That's my job. I'm a professional waffler. On that note, I'm going to show you all my little dangly cat. You can appreciate it. Oh, wait. Nada's got the XM. Nada is now my new favourite player. It's a good angle for it as well. Semi-automatics, you know, hold down the trigger. Oh, no, okay, that hurts, right. Back onto auto director. I'm upset now. Okay, I'm less upset now. This might be an eco conversion. They've managed to pick up the weapons. This is getting a little bit cheeky. Sorry about that. Okay, 1 versus 2. Low HP. Oh, ooh. You see a world. Fatal does manage to get the transfer, but can't quite line it up in time. 5-5, we're tied up. Lovely eco round to win there. Is going to put this team in... Well, it's going to put... Sorry. It's going to put Needachance in a bit of a difficult situation with a decision to be made. It'll be either this round that they can buy properly, and by properly I mean a little bit. It does look like they're forcing into this round. Next round is going to be difficult, and even this round isn't great. Yeah, there's been a lot of peeking one by one and allowing fights to be isolated, which isn't amazing. It isn't like them usually as well. But again, I guess potentially a couple of growing pains because this is a roster that's been together a whole lot of time. They're still finding their footing. Okay, smoke goes out to cover Kit Kat. Allows them to go and rush towards Julie. I love the boost up here. So many players on site. The mix of elevations. They have unfortunately lost that. That means they are all huddled up together. Lovely jump out from Low Sharik and Fatal here. And suddenly it's got a bit messy. Julie's out of bullets. And that is a lovely crunch onto site there. Not even sure where they were meant to have looked. And Letty... Oh, we didn't see anything. Yeah, I'm assuming maybe something got a little bit lost in the comms with knowing about where the last player was. I don't know. What I do know is the last round of the half hit. It is a dire buy here for Peekaboo. Ned goes deep. It's not going to find anybody. Ikomi already through apartments. I like this. Coach assistants. Oh, I am not qualified to coach anybody. I'm not even qualified to own Counter-Strike. It's a wonder that I'm legally allowed to go anywhere near this game. One sec. I feel like the occasion calls for... We wore the aviators earlier. I think it's time that we up the stakes a little bit. Yeah. Well, no, you're raising some good points, Mitchu. So whilst you are joking, you are raising some good points. I, however, am here to raise nothing but vibes and my sunglasses and a glass in honor of Women's Counter-Strike. Okay. Ooh, I love the position from Letty. Really quick reactions there. Elizabeth, though. Oh, amazing transfer. Bondages get typed in. Low HP on low Sharik, but there's only a single flashbang to try get this done with. That's a little bit of a problem here. Location currently unknown, but yeah, walking into a crossfire. Actually, smoke goes over. Time's going to be the issue because there's no kit, and I don't think there's a kit that's been dropped. Yeah, there it is. 5-7-1/2. Not too bad, though. Especially going on to T-side. There's a lot of argument as to whether this is a T-sided map, CT-sided map. I genuinely lean slightly more to... Well, maybe not given some of the economic changes recently, but up until recently, I was leaning towards it being kind of T-sided at times. Yes, it's a lot more claustrophobic, but the map went back and forth a little bit anyway in CSGO with whether it was or wasn't CT-sided. At all levels, really. Not even just like a pro and professional level. But with how the economy in MR12 works, if you can get a really nice start as T-side on the half, the map feels a little less claustrophobic when you have a couple around buffer, you know? Peekaboo straight through the apartment. That is Casey. Oh, fatal! Third? Fourth. Knows where the fourth is. Hikomi's desperately trying to help on out here. Oh, that's devastating. A fatal with the 4K. You know what? I know there's a lot of Peekaboo fans in the chat, but we get our boom whackers out for good plays. That was fucking crispy. That was a crispy sequence from Fatal. I'm gonna put these away before I spend too much time. Boom whacking. Peekaboo is out from qualifiers. There's still a chance. It'll go 9-5 here. Bonus round would be very important for them to pick up here. They're on the T side now, so economies could be in a worse potential situation. I don't want to count them down and out yet. The gap isn't too big. And we have actually seen some nuts eco rounds stolen away here. But Needachance win the bonus round. Then I start to worry. But also, there's a second qualifier. And so I expect that in the second qualifier, we'll see Peekaboo. No problems, no questions asked. I'm also really glad that the qualifiers now are all best of 3. I like that a lot. I think it works a lot nicer. Okay. Ooh, they run on out. Elizabeth, good for the first. Evoli for the second. They try and funnel onto the side. Molotov to buy the space. Incredible HE grenade on top. And then, yeah, this is just a matter of who finds the last kill. Need a chance. They convert that round. This will be the round now. Is if they lose this round, Peekaboo, need a chance to get 10. If they win it cleanly, need a chance, they get 10, and their money continues to be amazing, which means that they're setting themselves up for the fact that if Peekaboo does start to come back into this, they're not going to get an easy route back into closing these rounds. That they are going to have to get through gun round after gun round after gun round to finally reach that breath of fresh air that would be an eco. And if you could do it with 3 FAMASs on the arsenal, then, you know, that's good enough for me. All right. Important round here. Need a chance. Actually choose to back away, seeing a whole lot of utility. They decide banana control, it can be passive. That's an adorable spray. Peekaboo. They've not made it a secret that Banana's where they're heading, but with such forward-facing A control... Actually, look at the map here. Maybe it's not as forward as I think. But the peek into mid and the fact that you've got 2 players already in apartments and on the balcony that haven't heard anything, it's going to become pretty obvious that there's nothing A very shortly. And so they'll be able to adapt off the back of that. Maybe not particularly quickly, because they are quite far away from the situation, and they will have this presence in both mid and alt mid to sort out. She hasn't said that. It is only now going to be that lurk in Naylor left. Could still be really useful for cutting off the rotates here, just buying her team a little bit of time. If anyone wants to go through mid, there's the first. Oh, doesn't even let go of the trigger. It's going to be messy. Can't quite control the spray for the second, but it whittles the numbers a little bit. Keeps the team even with chess pieces on the board. Bomb goes down. There's no real space that they can take beyond the site is the issue. This is... The 4 walls of the site are closing in, but with a headshot like that, you really don't need to go anywhere else. Life is a dream. Biggie is going to get heard there, so Julie ready and waiting. Flash comes through. It's a bit of a team flash, but doesn't matter. She finds the pick nonetheless. Elizabeth, nice, fine, but the issue is going to be whittling out the rest of these players. There's no utility to do it, and yes, there's kits, but realistically, there isn't time to get on this. Her teammate has abandoned her. Low Sharik just running for the hills with only 2 HP. You really got to get out of dodge, but that is the round we needed to see. Kit Kat goes down. Yeah, it's not great that no weapons get saved, but at the end of the day, they won the round, and that is the win con here, is making up this gap. That's the first round in order to do that. Only 3 rounds left in order to tie this up. Okay. Biggie is on a farm ass still. It's not pretty. We don't hate fan masters here. It's just not nice when everyone else has got a rifle and you've got a rifle. Cool. Banana control again. Peekaboo faced absolutely 0 issues taking that space. But Needachance. They know they've been burnt by this a lot of times. They have heavily stacked here as well. Elizabeth with the first as well. They do swing 1 by 1, which means Hakomi's good for 1, but isn't able to get traded either. Elizabeth good for another. Smoke blossoms, but it's not in time. Fatal hops on out. And just Naylor left. I'm getting a little bit worried. My Twitter is @AffinityPNG. Capital A, capital P. I also have a TikTok, but all I do is post really, really dreadful shit posts about CS. Oh, okay. Nice pick. Yeah, issue is... Actually, she's not getting pincered, but the longer she waits, the more players get on the side. This round is done and dusted, but... I don't think you're going to be able to find much more... consolation prizes. She's managed to get a kind of crazy timing through the smoke. Yeah. Over and done. Yeah, this is getting a little bit uncomfortable. I'm going to talk about my TikTok shitpost for a second. Shameless self-plug. Entirely shameless. No, actually, no. Shameful. Shameful self-plug. I'm going to do this with shame. Is @Affinity0 on TikTok. I post stupid shit like, you know, Benson Boone's beautiful things like that. Don't take these beautiful things that I've gotten in the Scream. You remember when Donk was at like Katowice for the first year and he did his really like, yeah, scream. I edited Benson Boone's beautiful things to have Donk scream in it. You're welcome for creating that abomination. I couldn't get the right shot of me downing beer for a video about I am Cologne Major, so I ended up drinking like 5 pints of beer in order to get the shot that I ended up using. It's not a good shot. I gave up and realized that it was going to get considerably harder to do more shots. More like shots, the more shots I did. Oh, what a flashbang. What a flashbang. All of them are blind. Evoli. Ooh, actually only gets one there. Elizabeth is going to get pressured on all sides, but it's still good for two. Letty's found one. They have kind of got sight and picked up these weapons as well. Resmoke to come through for CT is going to cut off Leagy, which will require Fatal to find something in church. There's the first. They peek one by one. Ah, how we were saying this. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts to see. Peekaboo. They've got a buy here, but they are staring down the barrel of series point and elimination from this first open qualifier. Okay. 5 rounds needed to close the gap. We saw them do that on map 1. We saw them get like 8 rounds in a row. If you need a chance though, this is looking really good. And Fatal's back on the orb. Oh, it goes from bad to worse if you remember a Peekaboo. A lot of really damage onto Fatal, but when you're wielding the orb, I mean, you do or you die. Letty, poor Letty, more fire in the face. Will not be allowed to peek this angle. Difficult job that she has got ahead of her here. Molly to go in towards quad is going to let that boiler player. I don't know if that boiler player is ready for 3. No, sorry. I saw the X-ray and I am apparently colorblind and thought that that was a CT and boiler. It's not. They back away now. They made a lot of noise. They've drawn the rotates over. They've had this ever diligent presence from Kit Kat just holding the line in Banana. 2 players on the other side of this smoke. Although the longer they wait, the harder this gets. Leagy is going to have a little bit of a meander over towards B, I'd imagine. Another smoke goes out, and actually, Peekaboo, they don't want to peek this. They don't have a flash for it. The HE goes absolutely wild. Julie finds a team kill in the midst of all of this, and Elizabeth has managed to get 2, and it all comes crumbling. Cannot write to you on Twitter, unfortunately. Huh. That is odd. I will sort something out for you in a second then. Okay, here can be lovely finds, but yeah. Lovely finds is about all you're going to be able to find at this point. 12-6. This is difficult. It was always going to be a difficult game. But this is, Shadow Kyogre Day on Pokemon Go. I haven't opened that game in ages. Cool. Potentially the final round here, and it's not a good buy from Peekaboo to try and keep this online. Having a look. Oh, Hikomi over the smoke though. Lovely find. Naylor waiting for the flames to go down. Is going to push on up, not spawning anything boiler. There's a little bit of backup to make sure nobody's had a little bit of a cheeky peek through mid. Right. Again, Kit Kat holding the line over in Banana, just drawing out any utility that she can. Unfortunately, having to expend a little bit of her own, but being given a lot to work with here. She could call the team over. Having not heard anything just yet, but the team's so adamant on going for this A hit. Round the corner, it's wild and blind, but Julie does come out on top here. Iggy having to deal with this player out long, and does so successfully. That means that this is a very flat approach to trying to take this space. Julie from the heavens finds one, and it's huge. It means that Evoli left as that lone B player. Plant comes through. No point even going for this if you're Evoli. Money's not good. They've bought themselves a buffer here. Money's not good. A couple of these players, so Leagy will be able to drop, and Low Sharik might be able to drop. But between those two players, there's just not enough money to really do anything with this round. Which means Peekaboo 12-7, and then 12-8 if the buy is as bad as I think it's going to be. Maybe. And suddenly, so you know what? 12-6 doesn't look great. 12-7, maybe also not great. 12-8. Now there's the scoreline. Technical pause. Cool. Take those off. Oh. Sunlight. It's not even sunlight. I haven't seen the sun today. I didn't see the sun yesterday either. I probably should go outside or open a window at some point. My Febreze is working overtime. Oh, that's a lie. No, it wasn't. I went outside earlier because I needed to go get more snacks. Which I have coincidentally managed to run through because I could have gone and made lunch. But I also could have sat here and eaten snacks. Cool. Right. I feel really naked without anything on. I'm putting another set of glasses. Oh, I'm gonna have to be quick about this because this might be the last round. That's an opening pick. Okay. We're locking in. They rush on forward. Lot of people to deal with backside, but Needachance haven't realized yet. They're still heavily investing in towards Banana. Issue is, whilst there's nobody there, oh, it's decimation. Oh, poor Kit Kat. 20 HP, no teammates, and is about to be swarmed from every conceivable angle. Yeah, that is it, unfortunately. Map 3 goes the way of Needachance. And that means, unfortunately, Peekaboo, and for all of the Peekaboo fans in the chat, that is them out of open qualifier number 1. Narrowly missing out on qualifying. But Needachance, a lot of really incredible players that we've seen a lot. Both of these teams, I have a feeling we will see playing in Season 8 European Division. It may just take that second qualifier. But unfortunate, it was a very well-fought game. That first map was absolutely incredible from Peekaboo. We're going to go take a look at how everything's looking on the overall scoreboard. Bosh. People have told me that I'm brave for screen sharing my entire screen. I would call it stupid, not brave, but, you know, to each their own. AKA Heroes, Elysium, AKA Heroes have gone through. Hindsight versus Saw missed. 9-4 to Hindsight. On the final map? No. That was not the button I meant to press. I meant to press that one. Surely not. Surely not. Fuck. Incilio's also out. So 888 Aura versus Luna. Bigger Keeper went forward versus... Oh, I'm scared to look at the scoreline. That's gone a third map. Okay. Idea NexGen brought it back. They lost that first map. Reverse sweep potentially. Needachance, as we've just seen, are going to be playing versus... Not sure yet. That's also gone a third map. That's... wild. BurekSaSkilom match. We can indeed. We take requests here. Now that we've finished that, we will be watching EU games until all EU games are done, and then we're going to be taking a break and doing North America. So we absolutely can put in the BurekSaSkilom game. I am slightly harrowed by some of the results here. But yeah, huge commiserations there to Peekaboo. Very well fought, and I think they'll have absolutely no issue going through the second qualifier. Difficult match to run into here. I'm just going to frantically message B-Dog, because that's wild. That's unhinged. Okay. We load back up the HUD. HUD loaded up. Game noises are good. Game is live. Let me quickly load everything back on my end. Beautiful. Auto director, take it away. I will actually get around to doing my face mask now. I keep saying that I was going to do it, and I'm very stressed right now, so this is going to be my de-stressing. Okay. Blanche, okay. She's going to be crossing here. Maybe is able to get a tide. Maybe the issue is Sucker Shock is just on the other side. Yeah. Nice attempt. The best that you can do in that situation. Oh, that is very... I know it says it smells of lavender and it's lavender scented. I didn't expect it to be that strong. Okay, we're doing this. Olga didn't play in other teams in the past. Ivanka. I recognize the name, but I don't know if that's from a recent event or previous. We'll load up the HLTV in a second, or Wikipedia, and we'll have a look. My main area of speciality for Impact is North America, so sometimes I miss a couple of people in EU. And it's awful, I'm working on it. Okay. We're doing self-care today. Gentlemen, we're doing self-care. I'm going to look like a serial killer. But we're doing self-care. I don't have cucumber slices to put on my eyes. But I can. Lean back and watch. Ooh, nice shot from Josephine. Oh, I need to update my stream title. You're a ghost. I am a ghost. I actually don't know how this looks. I look even more white than usual. That's unsettling. I'll change the stream title after this round because I'm locked in watching this. Josephine is going wild on me already. Oh, okay, idea NexGen. Okay. Right, quickly. Update titles. We are watching IDA NexGen VS. How am I spelling? BurekSaSkilom. Okay. SaSkilom. Cool. Beautiful. Wonderful. Be sorry. You'll get audio back in a second. There we go. Okay. Self-care and CS. What a beautiful combination. I'm just getting in the way. Oh god, just getting in the way of my mouth. This is proving difficult to speak whilst wearing, which is a problem when you're watch partying. Ismo needs the trade, gets the trade. They've got the presence from lobby as well, so they're not getting pushed from behind. Chewy's got the flank. IDA NexGen, they've just set themselves up perfectly here. BurekSaSkilom going up heaven is going to get heard, is immediately going to have to back away. There's the flash to try have a little bit of a peek. Isn't going to catch anyone out. Bomb digit's going to get planted. Ooh! Jump scared, but handles it like a boss. Oh, that's going to piss me off. Yep, lovely sight hold. What more can I say? Winner this match will play versus Bigger Keeper tomorrow. That's a harrowing prospect, but that match is for qualification. Yeah, this is a difficult one. I mean, whoever wins this, it's been a long fought series for them anyway. But going up against Bigger Keeper in the form that they're in right now is an upsetting idea. Naylor has just messaged me on Twitter. Let me respond quickly. Okay, smoke's going out. Ooh, scope in. Everyone got, ooh, missed shot ever so slightly. Done. Up close. Ooh, has the second. Transfer's great. Actually pulls off the trigger for a second. Resets. Lovely. Has their back. Sucker shot, making sure that nobody goes down in lobby. Mina is actually going to find one. Mina's going to find a second with the picked up AK. Josephine is not going to let any funny business happen, though. Lovely. Just respond. How do I spell the word commiseration? Sick. Wonderful. Oh, every time I look, Josephine has got another kill. It's just so quick and snappy. Ooh, Monica's being hurt. Just Monica. Okay. Lovely from Ismo. Monica, difficult fight here. I mean, you can try and run, but they are just going to run you down here. Are they going to try and run you down here? Yes. This is all just damage here. Any kills that you can find is money, because money is going to be something that they're direly lacking. I don't like how you're still hanging around, because now Josephine's got into a position that she can contest you on ramp to stop you taking that weapon into the next round. Ooh. Nice final stand. You gotta give credit where it's due. And Chewie goes down to the bomb as well. So, not completely unsuccessful. A little bit of raking in the cash. It's still not going to be enough for a perfect buy, but you've bought either a couple of extra flashes and stuff, or it's just money in the bank anyway. Timeout being called, I think, realistically, this is a good place to have it. You know that you've lost at the half no matter what here, so if you can find a way to stem the bleeding, and now it's not about winning, this is now a game and a half of damage control for BurekSaSkilom. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Because the half is already lost, and you're on CT side, which is really difficult. It's not unwinnable, but this half now is about damage control to the maximum. Okay, tweet time. Difficult one there. Mina allowing Josephine the time to scope in is a bit of a difficult one. Josephine has just been hitting shot after shot. Actual one done. Ooh, okay. Okay, Kia. Okay. Has single-handedly managed to bring this back into some sort of contention. That voice crack was so badly timed. Inconveniently timed. Okay. Runs down. They've got the B side. They have the bomb. Monica's nearby, though, is the issue. Only 30 seconds. Last player's going down secret. Need to get a move on here. Monica's the only one that's in a position that could potentially contest. Gotta find somewhere to plant. You need to get this planter safe. You don't have time otherwise. Not in a real rush to try stop that. Group up, play together. Smart move. Should be choosing to keep the doors open here just in case. Clear lines of sight. Doesn't want to risk it for the biscuit. Sucker Jocks is going to hear the footsteps up on the rafters. Can see the first. Knows where the second is. And laser beams Monica. Oh. Lovely little play at the end there. I got a little bit wary of the time, but I stand corrected. Lovely and very well played there from NexGen. You go watch party for 2 hours and the world seems to blow up. Ooh, okay, Phalange, there's an opening. It's untraded. This is new. Ivanka has an opportunity here. Trade needs to come through. It does indeed. Keeps them with the player advantage. Josephine now stuck outside. Has a little bit of support, but the issue is running into a trap. Bear trap. The net's just going to go... whoosh, and you're going to be stuck hanging in midair. Most people play pinata with you. I don't know. I don't know how bear traps and stuff work in the world these days. Okay, little bit of a tussle. Phalange has got another one. Phalange with the opening and, ooh, make that 2 more. Single-handedly is doing it all for the team. Okay. Ooh, very nice clear from Josephine. Makes this a 1 versus 2 now. Okay. Runs up the ladder, jumps down, has to plant here quickly. Could be overrun. Nade goes out, does a lot of damage, not able to pull the gun out in time. Mina, lovely stuff to keep this in. Contest. Defuse will come on through. Take this off now. I thought it'd be nice and relaxing, but now my face is just hot and wet. But I do smell like a flower garden. And I look very dewy now. It looks like I've just been waterboarded. But, you know, you get the point. I will indulge myself by pretending that I look radiant and not like a drowned rat. Oh. Is that last window broken? No, I'm not 100% sure. Yuto goes out, fight for outside. Phalange has been a menace here. They're ready for it, but Chewy's not ready for the pace. There's the first. Sucker shot waiting. Ooh, spots a player in the smoke, just dipping and diving. Can't quite hit them all on the head. Josephine with another, and Ismo make that a 3rd, decimating. I say third, sorry, 3rd kill in the round, 2nd kill for the team. I'm gonna stop mysteriously rubbing my face. Get rid of some of the excess lavender juice. Okay. Ooh, Monica just over the top there. 1 versus 2. I don't think there's time. There is a kit and there's a smoke. I don't think even a Hail Mary ninja's gonna work. He's gonna risk it, but there's a player in, like, this hot player is just too difficult to weasel out. Or, okay, I was gonna say, so many times you see the spam go awry. Sucker Shocks, yeah, not quite able to get out alive. But 9 rounds already on the T side. You are beyond elated in this situation. I feel refreshed. Just once I want pros and stuff to start like making, when they shoot out the windows and stuff, I want them to do it to like a tune, and you got to guess what tune they're shooting the windows out to. Ismo? Hold up. Hold the phone. James Bardov, let's go for lunch. Hello there, Mr. Bardov. Lovely to see you. Phalange has had an absolutely incredible game. There's been some really standout moments. The scoreline doesn't quite do it justice, but hello. My best friends. You I remember you mentioning Notka also being a player that you've known for a while and you've been following for a while, who we watched yesterday. Disengaged it. No! Whoa! What? Honestly, esports is... To my other bestie. Yeah, they played yesterday. They, I believe, unfortunately lost. But, second qualifier, they're just gonna breeze through. I'm calling it now. I've had a premonition. Oh, that's really... So you've caught me at a very unflattering time. I've been doing self-care because we've been just going through as many of the games we had. Second qualifier is the 19th, 21st next week. So that is the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's the middle of next week, the 19th and 21st. Days of the week mean nothing to me anymore. I've got no concept of time. Ooh, okay. Lovely hold here as well. Ismo is not going to be able to get anything really. Low HP as well. The pistol round they needed. Yeah, second qualifier. For Europe, there were 38 teams in this first qualifier. I think there's looking to be slightly less with the 4 teams qualifying, but roughly the same number signing up for the second. South America had 8, I think. North America had 10. So, North America's second qualifier, Nopka and the team should be able to waltz through with the other teams passing through, so... Should be all good. It's been very exciting qualifier. We've had a couple of upsets in Europe. I do need to check in on the Saw Mist game, because I have a feeling, D7 and Ida were on map 3, and it wasn't a good... Oh, was that a team kill I saw in the mix? No, not quite. It's been a day for them. It's been a day for them. I've got to try and get bomb back. This is awkward. Yeah, Dewey's got a lovely angle with his map 10 here. Ooh, slightly wide swing though. Josephine. Oh, Josephine's been on fire. Yep. She hasn't missed a shot yet. Okay. I'm a firm believer that it's not over till it's over. I am a little bit worried. Because they fully invested here. Yeah, T-side loss bonus is pretty good, but it's still... You're running out of rounds where you're going to have a fully equipped arsenal, which is a bit of a worry. They're in a lot of trouble. Yes. This is an unfortunate best of 3, and this is the 3rd map. They had an amazing first map. Second map, IDA NexGen pulled it back. And it was... yeah, it was a rough start to this map. So it is... this is do or die. And the coffin lid is shutting rather rapidly. But it hasn't closed yet. Hasn't closed yet. Outside, Dewey's waiting. We'll be able to see these players one by one. Need to find that kill, Monica. Oh, Phalange. That's really nice. And Kyra's well with the second there. Weapon has been scooped up. Only one of them. But where there's a will, there's a way. Footsteps are going to be heard going into secret there. Might be able to get the bomb down here, potentially. Gonna have to be wary of Ismo. Oh, no. That hurts. It was solid attempt there. And the money is... that's cataclysmically not in their favor. But neither was it last round, and they had a really good start. I'm trying to keep the hope alive. I don't think so. IDA NexGen, I mean, they were a team that I've rated really highly for a while. We saw them in Trader FE7, and they made a really, really strong impression. Josephine, oh, Josephine's got the ult back out. Oh, this is done. This is done. She has been insane this series. Okay, they give themselves out to sight. They still have to deal with Gun. It's the issue. And Ismo's just going to head on up. Molotov's go for the top as well. Trapped between a very spiky rock and a very uncomfortable hard place. Yeah, ooh. Hanging on for dear life. There we go. Unfortunate commiserations there to... I'm really trying to pronounce it correctly because it's BurekSaSkilom, I think it is. But huge congrats to IDA NexGen. Whack that back on here. Huge congrats to IDA NexGen. Team that I've been super excited for. It's unfortunate, you know, especially with the one and only wonderful James Bardolph here, that we can't see Burek go the distance. But second qualifier, they've made a really good impression. They've had a pretty difficult run as far as I'm aware. And unfortunately, the winner of this has to go up against Bigger Keeper. So it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Go with this one. Share my screen, might as well. Give it a refresh. Okay, Sawmist did end up winning. That must have been a tight game, though. Don't even need to go there. 13-9. Okay. Wasn't it 6-9 when we left them? We are gonna murder everyone. Yes. Big Keeper have been unhinged. There's no word in the English language to describe the series they put on yesterday against Queen's Gambit. That was brutal. It was 13-0, 13-1, I think. Yes. They have been otherworldly. It got to the point where Queen's Gambit had essentially called the series off halfway through map 1. They were like, we're not going to win this. Bigger Keeper they were buying XMs. Viku, was it Viku or was it M-San? Somebody had an M249 and got a kill with it. Even worse. It was... Bigger Keeper are gonna be a force to be reckoned with this season. This is gonna be a dangerous matchup. IDA NexGen, good series from them here, but that is gonna be difficult. Peekaboo Needachance was banging series. Peekaboo, unfortunate to see them go because they have a couple of quite storied players. Correctly. It might have been. That match was a blur, and the best of 3 was over in about 25 minutes, if that. Yeah, this is a team I think Open Qualifier number 2 next week. We'll see them do really well. And then this game's still going on. Okay. Is it worth loading in? Is it worth loading in? Can catch a couple of runs potentially. I'll load it up. Might as well. Switch that back there. I'm getting in as much EU as I can. There's no South America today. They breeze through their games, and so all of their remaining games are being played tomorrow. North America has a single game, and it is Girl Kissers versus Waves. That is not the HUD that I wanted to start. That is the HUD that I wanted to start. Cool. Hopefully that's brought my screen up. Cool, cool, cool. Wonderful. Right. Catch the end of this game. DesperateGirls versus Remix. This is to decide who will play versus Needachance. Sorry, blanked for a second. The Mongols won against Team Vitality. Yes! Oh, it is a great year for the Mongols. They're New Jersey as well. They're New Jersey as well. Dude, Blast Bounty has been wild. Some of the matches. I'm contemplating going to Blast Open London next month. And by next month, I mean in like 3 weeks' time. That's crazy. It's just been a wild day all round. Cool. Auto director, roll out. I'm gonna regret saying those words in about 5 seconds when it locks onto something. Neo Sosnala. I remember Neo Sosnala. It took me 5 minutes of saying the name on repeat to try make sure that I got it right. I think I've got it right now. Neo Sosnala. Sosnala, yeah. Couple of players that we have seen on a lot of teams recently competing in the likes of Trader FE and I believe Elite FE5. In the likes of Ida Satan and Neo Snosnala. Players that I've had a particularly keen eye on recently. Technical pause the moment that we load in. It gives me a second to update the stream title though. So we're rolling solo. Desperate Girls vs Remix. Make sure I'm running that again. It's the co-op logo. What is your cam? Hello, Sam. Basically, it's really crap right now, but the purpose is so that I can do this, and I can sit on Overpass. Long story short, half of my stuff is packed because I am moving home next weekend, so half of my lighting is gone, half of my equipment is gone, my green screen got vaguely ironed, but isn't great. I just wanted to be here. I just wanted to sit in the corner and look like a silly little goofy goober. I've been covering up loads and stuff. I'm so sorry. I'm awful at this streaming thing. Just griefing. You can grief my streams any day, Sam. You have permission. 1 sec. I would put a tweet out about this match and how we're now watching DesperateGirls versus Remix. I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned, but we're going to go for it anyway. I have not shut up about the women's scene for the past 48 hours. Cool. It can be in all caps. It's fine. Life is good. Ooh. The deck ball sign is gone. That's good. Okay, but the game is about to be over. Is it not too late? It's never too late. It's never too late, Sam. I am on the right. I am on the right. Okay. There was a really great song called Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace, and I have cried like a bitch to that song way more times than is comfortable to admit. I was a very, very emo teenager. Okay. I'm also really excited. I've been following Kim's progress. Kim has been putting a lot of tweets out recently about Face It. How do I not that song? Time to Spotify. Oh, it's so good. I don't care about being copyright stricken struck. I'll put it on later. I'll go down for the 3 days grace clause. Side stairs. Okay, this should be done and dusted. They've got the money to go for it if they really, really want to. Do you really, really want to? Oh, also, well, I don't know if we've still got the wonderful James in the chat with us, but the two of you, because you had the Epic LAN named team in your tournament today, didn't you? Today? Yesterday. I forgot what the name of the tournament is. It has the word police in. Sorry, my brain is mush. I have watched more Counter-Strike than I have slept in the past week. I watched more Counter-Strike in the past 24 hours than I have slept in the past week. Oh yeah, it's banging song. Such a good song. I've cried a lot to it. Yeah, you had Godku on your team. I love Godku to pieces. Godku is a UK player who I've had a lot of we're about to cast them by about to mean Cynthia, I guess. They've been dies. Basically, the context of Godku is I've had a really difficult time with imposter syndrome, especially within the UK scene. I'm convinced that nobody likes me, but also it's the UK Counter-Strike scene. They might just be genuinely terrified that the concept of women exist. But Godku was the first player, and still is one of the only people that invites me to go play drinking games at Epic LAN. And so every Epic LAN we go play Ring of Fire. Oh, I see an XM. I see an XM. I saw an XM. It's gone now. Valencia's my new favorite player. Godku always invites me to play drinking games at Epic LAN with some of the UK lot, and he's made me feel a lot more like within the community. He's also just a sweet. He's just genuinely a nice guy. I'm assuming he's probably calling the shots. Can you do stream for elite female, for example, or not? I sent them a message on Twitter. I haven't casted anything to do with Elite FE yet, but I really, really want to. I'm going through my bucket list of women's scenes events, and by that, my bucket list is everything. I'd love to do some of the Elite FE events, if they will either give me access to co-stream, or if they want me on their channel. I've sent a message, I haven't heard back yet. If anyone here knows anyone at Elite FE, I'm happy to do it on any channel they want. No charge. I love the women's scene. I love Elite FE. Really good event for the off-season as well, because getting to come into open qualifiers with a little bit of an idea of how everyone's playing has been really nice. And getting to see ahead of the open qualifiers what the actual team rosters are looking like. It's a pain though, because Zerance didn't play in Elite FE5 recently, and they aren't in the open qualifiers because they VRS qualified, which means we still don't know who their fifth is. And Giuliano has subbed for them, and it would be really, really sick if she continued to play with them. But then they're not the French team anymore, so... Okay, right. Go cast, lovelies. Have an amazing time. Let me know how it goes. I'll try catch it if this game is over swiftly. But yeah, much love. Good luck. I love Nairi to pieces. I actually adore Sam so much. I'm going to be really embarrassed if she's still here and hasn't immediately closed the tab. Sam is an angel. All of the ESL Impact casting team are the sweetest people that you have ever met. Like, Brandon is, B-Dog is one of the, you know what, I'll start saying, it might be the most genuine and kind person I've met working in the industry. Lucy is amazing. She's incredible. She's also stunning. Lucy is stunning. And she's so passionate. And her speech at HLTV Awards for the women's scene event, I sobbed. I sobbed. And then Samantha is incredible. She's lovely. She's so knowledgeable. She knows her stuff. More TOs should hire her for everything. Valencia's got an XM. Valencia's got... Oh. Okay, here we go. Valencia's my new favorite player. Bardolph has been in the game for so long. Knows the scene inside and out. You saw PV. PV? Also, Rare Parrot. Rare Parrot... I'm going to need context because I will level with you, Amy. I am chronically stupid. And kind of dumb. Those two are very separate things. And I am both of them. Who else? Apples. Apples, who does a lot of the North America, is an angel. She's a... It's an emote. Ah! Sorry, my restream chat didn't let me see it. That's my bad. We don't need to see Ida Satan getting the kills because Valencia is sat with a shotgun, who will get to see absolutely no action. But alas, it doesn't matter. Also, hello, yes. Okay. Remix have made a really good comeback here, actually. This, I love the XM. This is not the range for the weapon. Oh, the physics on that. Neos knows Nala? Nope. Kim is so good. Kim is so good. Alright. Oh, we're locking in. Locking in. 11-8. The comeback's happening. Not just the real Amy, the real fucking Amy. I've got 2 messages. Okay, we might have a special guest joining us potentially in the voice chat in a second. Maybe. I said no originally, but then they sent me a very sad face, so... I caved. Okay. Oh, I actually got to join the Discord chat. So. Okay. Oh, this is lovely. This is a really clean round. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm calling Parks cast out on stream. 1 second. So I was going to have Parks join me. He's going to be joining me for North America anyway. But it was, because it was looking like it was about to be a very quick game on this, I was like, there's no point in joining the voice chat Parks. The cast will be over in like 2 minutes anyway. It isn't. And so I said, oh, you know what? Go on, hop on in the voice chat. And he's just sent me a message saying, I was just invited to play CS with Empathy and I've committed to that now. And you know what? Fair dues. Empathy, absolute legend of the women's scene. Parks is going to get humbled. There's no way Parks even keeps up. Parks is... Okay. Oh, this is worrying now. Kim, though. Kim still got the ult. And a nade kill. 2 nade kills, 1 from the grave. Okay. This is now doable. Pain. Location known with the AWP. 6 of one, half does the other. 12-9. We have a look at, you know, the timeline of events. Still a doable comeback. Not over till it's over. Right. Are we ready? I'm getting the boom whackers ready just in case this is a series victory. You say that next. Brandon. Boom whackers. I love this push. Little bit over-aggressive, but works out kind of in their favor. That kill from Tina, though, that puts things into a little bit of a sticky spot. But Ida Satan, you know her, you love her. She's found the difference-making kill. Maria Bob, Hayes. What can you really do here? You do have the bomb on back. You've got bomb on back. You've got a lot of utility. And if we combine those factors, there's still a minute and a bit on the clock. Could pull something together. The issue is all of the players are stacked over towards this side of the map. The smoke going out is a little bit... I was going to say it's a little bit of a problem. Goes a bit too deep for it to mean anything. But Neosnozdala has the scope already lined up. Goes for the second, missed shot. But second smoke coming on out is damning. Whilst the shot doesn't connect, it's still a problem. And you can see Sophia is just going to rotate over to go and meet Maria Bob, either in corridors or if she tries to go mid. Footsteps are going to be heard, so that means rotate into donuts. That circle's meant to represent donut. I'm so good at my job. I'm not. What am I doing? Neosnoznala, all the first up, but the two of them here playing off of one another. Maria Bob has managed to find the first kill. Isolated the two jewels here. Issue is 10 seconds, has to plant, is just going to get run on down. And with that being said, we have crowned our next person to compete tomorrow. Huge congratulations there. Close series just overall. Let me quickly... So that is going to be the likes of DesperateGirls going on forwards. You gotta put the boom wax down again now. So huge congratulations to them. Team Remix. It's an unfortunate outcome, but they fought really well, and they've made a really deep run into the bracket. They would also be playing against Needachance next, which has a very, very strong core. Let me quickly... We'll go back over the bracket. That's the screen. Hello. I'm over here now. I probably haven't moved very much. So, our games for tomorrow, aka Hero versus Sawmist. That is going to be a banger. Banger. Take her out to dinner for... Sorry, that's a really bad joke. This is my watch party, and I will make all of the innuendos that I'd like. And then I'll apologize for all of them and do them again. 888 Aura versus Luna. This one, I am leaning towards 888 Aura. Given the fact that Namiza, Unknown, and Sunside, I've seen a lot of... Ronnie as well has had a lot of experience. On the flip side, Viesa, Nessie, we've seen around a little bit. They don't have the same level of depth of tournaments played to make me confident in a victory for them. Whereas I think AA Aura, this looks pretty... I mean, they've got the gold check marks. That's Aura. They're putting the Aura in AA Aura. What else? We're going down, aren't we? Bigger Keeper versus Ida NexGen. Ida NexGen I rate really highly against any team that isn't the absolutely murderous, the ravenous Bigger Keeper roster. This team is going to slaughter Season 8. Like, they might as well just book their plane ticket to Stockholm already. Which sounds really confident, but it's just such a stacked lineup. Needachance, DesperateGirls, Needachance. Yeah. It could go either way. Ismo. Hello there, Ismo. Sorry, I'm just giving predictions. This is nothing personal, but realistically speaking, I mean, either way. You guys played insane today, by the way. I'm sorry for the hyping up a Bigger Keep here, but I need you to know that I watched this game, and I watched Kyosa run around with an M249 getting kills. And I don't want to throw around the word trauma, because it's got it's overused a lot. But I'm harrowed. I'm upset. They had XMs out by the end of, like, the first half of map 1. It hurt to watch. And that's why I'm so worried. But, having said that, you guys, for reference, the IDA NexGen team has been rated so highly from a lot of people who worked on Trader FE. And even if tomorrow doesn't go your way, there is the second qualifier, and like I think you guys are gonna stomp. You guys are gonna stomp. You guys will be in season 8. I'm calling it now. I know in my mind who I think's gonna be there, and I don't see a universe where you guys are. Tomorrow's game is, I think you can make a dent, absolutely. It's going to be a painful one. I'm excited for it, but you have unfortunately drawn the shortest straw on, literally on the finish line of qualification. And I'm so sorry. Sup. Hello there, Josephine. Banging game from you, by the way. That was criminal on the AWP. Yes, we have. Yes. Yes. You have drawn the worst possible straw. I'm so sorry. You guys were insane today, though. Like, every time I looked up from the stream, I decided, I was like, this game looks like it's gonna be pretty, you know, simple, should be run of the mill. We'd hopped in last minute because we've been bouncing between the remaining games. I had a face mask on and I was meant to be relaxing. I ended up taking it off because A, it was getting a bit hot, but 2, every time I looked up, I was just getting more and more locked in with the clutches. It was just immaculate performance. Stars from today, Josephine, top 3. Top 3, and we've been into essentially every single bracket game. And you know what? Top 1. Fuck it. This is my stream and I get to decide the rules. But yeah, just nuts performance. Tomorrow's game, I'm so excited for this because I've hyped up Bigger Keeper a lot. This is still gonna be an absolute banger. This is the game. This is the game. And the issue that I have is that I want to watch all of the games and they're all at the same time. And I have a feeling that Bigger Keeper might be streaming. And Masonic, I believe, also had a stream for you guys as well. And whilst I really want to watch this game, I want to try and make sure that there's coverage of all games. So what I might have to do is I might have to go back and do a demo, like watch the demo of it. I'm watching this game either way. This game is getting watched on a stream. Whether it's live or not is another matter. I'm dragging this out for as long as I can because I've got absolutely nothing to do until 11 p.m. my time because there are no South American games today. This is nuts. This is, honestly, this bracket has been wild. This game as well is gonna... This game is gonna hurt. All of these games hurt. All of these games hurt. But tomorrow we will have our first 4 people. No, we will have our first 6 people confirmed for ESL Impact Europe. The bracket is so fun. Yeah, it's... I've seen a lot of talk about it. And for probably legal reasons, I shouldn't give my comments on anything. Which is already probably going to be in trouble. But it's fine. No one's going to round me, right? No one's going to round me, right? So I won't comment on the bracket, but I have seen the complaints. And I think the timing of some of the other regions has been a little bit weird. So it's been a funky one. You better shush. It's fine. It's fine. What happens will happen. Regardless of me running my mouth on stream. It's fine. I'm doing it for the community. I'm doing it for the bit. I'm not 100% sure what happened because I thought it was a visual glitch. I don't know if it is. I don't know what it was. The bracket's happening. And always to put a positive spot on it, second qualifier should be a lot better. First qualifier is always weird. You know, you're in and out the kinks. Second qualifier, that's where the madness happens. That's where the magic happens. No, who even needs the first qualifier anyway? First qualifier is a cosmetic. But yeah, today's been super exciting. I'm sad that there's not more matches. I think all of the matches done for today. There's nobody else that we can hop into last minute. I already shouldn't load up. Sorry, my camera's been really weird. I'm gonna go back to... Let me go back to setting on overpass. Does anyone have map preferences? We might go... We'll go on to Nuke. We'll go on to Nuke. We'll sit here for a second. Admire. Oh, dude, I'm so excited for the season, man. There's so many incredible teams. I'm upset that not everyone can qualify. Can we have a 36-team ESL Impact bracket. Please. Actually, that would be torment and torture, but I want more teams. I need more teams. I don't want to say goodbye to anyone. It's been sick to see how many people signed up for this qualifier, though. Because we had 38 European teams. Slightly less for the other regions, albeit, like, not better or worse than any other season. But Europe, you know. Hopefully. But, I mean, with how stacked, like, just the open qualifiers have looked, even a not too wild bracket is still kind of wild. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know if anyone signed up to the second qualifier. Impact Season 8. There's probably not anything on my search history that I don't want anyone to see. I do all of my, like, Kingpin activity on my phone anyway. Okay, let's have a look at the second qualifier and see who signed up for Europe. We're being nosy. 34 signed up, okay. Oh, I know those guys. Love the IDA NexGen team. Top of the list. Shadowline. Oh, this is the team with Super Snus on. Yes, Sexy Swag and Super Snus. Brilliant team to cast. A lot of fun. Team with one person on. Stolen. Cold Trigger. I'm seeing new names. I'm seeing new names in this qualifier, which I'm quite happy about. Hanbao, they're exciting. See you, Josephine. Thank you so much. Huge congratulations and best of luck tomorrow. I might not be watching live, but I will be watching in spirit and then I will watch the game anyway. Best of luck. Amazing stuff. Go rest. Go get some food and snacks and hydration. Okay, yeah, so that team hasn't changed. They are a wild team. They're a team that I believe Lucy Luce is rooting for a little bit. 95 Vikings. Cool. ScarX FE. They played in this qualifier. DesperateGirls again. Cool. So Idacate is listed as a substitute for them here. Does she have substitute for this qualifier as well? Okay, that's... Oh, okay, so this qualifier, Ida Satan is listed on main roster with sad realities. On this one, okay, mix and matching it a little bit. Aglow, which has all eyes on Ass. I'm kind of hoping that they qualify. I have a feeling if they do qualify, they might have to change their name. Banging name though. From God Female. Don't recognize anybody there. McNuggets. We saw them in this qualifier. They're going again. They're bringing it back. Worty Aura. They had a lot of support, actually. They were quite cool to watch. Elysium's back. They've got a real shot, actually. Elysium's got a real shot. Shinigami, a team that I rate quite highly. Akianora, BurekSaSkilom. We see them play a bit. Sorry, I realized that I'm not sharing my screen again. I am just chatting wild shit and no one can know what I'm on about. Sorry, we're going through the second overcall. Overpeak, rated really highly. Visca, Bitka, Sasoya. You know them, you love them. Hindsight as well, which has got Anna, who was on HSG, is back in Europe. Jenkun, Madam, McCary. Peter Peanut, I don't know if that's an alias for somebody else or if I have missed somebody from my history lessons. But this is a pretty stacked second. I love how Big Aunt signed up to this one yet. I'm hoping that's just a confidence move. Because it could be. It could be a confidence move. And I respect it if it is. She's perks. And of course, I am so stupid. I feel like hitting myself with a Boomwhacker is gonna make me lose more brain cells that I feasibly cannot justify losing. Of course it's... I'm just gonna attack my setup now. Ignore me. I am clinically an idiot. Go all eyes on us and it'll sound pretty similar. True, all eyes on us might be the shout there. Okay. Dude, this season's wild. This season is so cool. Just being blinded by Liquipedia. I'm gonna double check that South America aren't playing any of their matches today. Because they're not meant to be. But there's been a lot of, like, stuff up in the air. No, okay, everything's still listed as tomorrow. North America only has one series going on today, and that is later. Yes. And it is Girl Kisses versus Waves. Waves being the Lumen team. Basic nickname sometimes. Yes. And it gets even wilder when, sometimes when you're casting, what the HUD says, when it's being, like, manually inputted, versus what the kill feed says. That's when I get really thrown off. God, just blinded myself. God, hiya, Newt liked my tweet. Newt is amazing. For anyone that kind of follows ESL Impact, a little bit, you may have heard of him. Newt is occasionally hops on as a caster, usually is an analyst in the season and studio finals, but most of the time he runs stats in the background. I adore Newt with everything in my being. He wears a bow tie like every week to ESL Impact. I'm pretty sure he wears them even when he's not casting. I always try to match, if I'm casting with him, I always try to match my clothing color to whatever bow tie he's wearing. And the man has spreadsheets for days. It is incredible. He is the storyline guy as well. We love Newt. Cool. That's day two of how many days are we doing this? Day 2 of 6. Math is hard. Don't do maths on stream, they said. Apparently I can't times 3 times 2. Alright. What I am gonna do though is, whilst I love spending time with all of you lovely people, I am probably going to shut the stream down because whilst I would love to chat mad shit for the next 3 hours until North America, it's probably not a good idea because inevitably I'll accidentally leak something and get in loads of trouble. Nobody tells me anything, so I don't know what I'd leak, but I would like make a fake leak up as a joke and then it would get blown out of context. And if I'm ending my career, it's gonna be spectacular. It is not gonna be on a watch party with me sat on the balcony of Nuke. But thank you so much everyone for joining. I will close the stream down. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes of non-copyright music. My treat, no, I mean, it's not a treat. It's punishment. It's torture. Get out of here now if you value your sanity. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. The support for the ESL Impact has been amazing. Seeing so many people... I am just here to yap. I am just here to yap and nothing else, pretty much. I just want as much coverage of the games as possible. And seeing so many people join the stream just to watch the game, so many people like asking for specific games as well, has been amazing. And following along, even for teams that aren't necessarily the team that they would like normally support, has been just amazing. Seeing how many people, you know, are on Twitter, some of the other co-streams as well, people getting excited about the teams. It's been amazing. The plays have been amazing. The quality of ESL Impact. We say this a lot. We say like, oh, this season is the best season ever. It's so true, though, and qualifiers for this stage alone, this season alone, have already surpassed my expectations. Season 8's going to be wild. Yapping about female CS is female FS. Thank you. Thank you, Lena. Thank you so much for being able to speak. How do I have a job? I'll be yapping again later for the North American game, but I'm going to let you guys get on with your evenings. Hopefully I'll see some people tomorrow because there's going to be banger games tomorrow for all 3 regions, and we're gonna try get some from all 3 regions as well. But it's about time that I actually go make food. If you haven't got food already, go do that and hydrate. Maybe have a nap. Screw it. it's too hot at the moment, go have naps. No one can stop you. This is an affinity endorsed nap time. But I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you so much. I love you all. I love female CS. And yeah, I will either catch you later or in a little bit. And goodbye for now.
Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love